Clear prop. Hey, hello everyone, Sean Simons, PPG Grandpa. Welcome to episode 54 with Mark Drozd. Tonight we're going to be talking about a fire that he had at 1,000 feet when flying his paramotor. We're also going to be talking about building wireless smoke systems and so much more. This guy is a wealth of information, and he's been flying for a while, so he knows what he's talking about. We also give away a lot of stuff. So for the first part of this podcast, about an hour, we're talking with Mark, and he tells us about his adventures. The second part, we're giving away a bunch of prizes. Yeah, it took about an hour to give away a bunch of prizes, but we're still talking about Paramotor. The third hour is our after show, our after party, and we're still talking about Paramotors, but we open up the chat for everyone that's in the chat to come on Zoom with us and talk to us. And it makes it more like a true get together with family, especially in this time of COVID and everybody has to stay socially distancing. This brings us together, and it really feels like, a bunch of buds just hanging out and having a good time. When we're giving away stuff, we have a bunch of companies that are giving away things. They ship them to us, and then we have to send them out. So it costs money to send out things to the winners. So in the super chat, people are giving us donations, and we truly appreciate that. If you're listening to us and you are not able to send us money through the super chat, you can PayPal us some money at ppggrandpa@gmail.com, and that truly helps. Also, we have the Cash app with the cash tag of Paramotor TV, and anything definitely helps. So thank you so very much. We truly appreciate you guys. Anyways, on with the show. It's going to be fun, about 3.5 hours or so, and some surprises that you didn't even realize. So stay tuned. Welcome everybody, my name is Sean Simons, PPG Grandpa. Welcome to clearproptv.com, otherwise known as PPG Grandpa's Paramotor Podcast. You can also listen to us on paratalk.org. We are going to be giving away a lot of prizes tonight. So make sure that you say hello in the chat. Let us know that you're there, because JP is going to be putting your name into the spinning wheel. I'm going to run through real quick what we got going on. We got an insulated cup. We got a t-shirt. We got a $25 gift card. We have $10 off from Far Out Strobes. We got phone lasso. We got a chase cam from PPG Smoke. We got a Paramotor spotlight that we're going to talk about. And we also have a 2-stroke mixing bottle. So we got lots of stuff to give away, and I can't wait to get to that. So make sure you say hi in the chat, people. Yeah. Let me go ahead and introduce everybody on the panel. As always, we have Linda Anderson. She is our cheerleader, and she's also the person that you need to contact if you want to be on ClearProp TV. All you have to do is go to www.paramomusa.com.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right. We also have Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane. He's not only a pilot, but he loves to cook. You can always get him on his YouTube by going to ppgshane.com.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, chat is not working for me or for Flying Flamingo. It is saying error, try again.
I'm trying to close it out and open it back up.
Let me say hello.
I will try that. Hold on.
I just said hello. Oh, Mark McElroy said hello. Brian says working.
Okay, yeah.
Eric Lear says hello. I see it. Is everything good?
I'm working on it.
What's up, guys? All right, good. Everything's working. I love it when everything works. All right. So once again, Lynn Anderson, our cheerleader at paramomusa.com. Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane.
Hello.
At ppgshane.com.
Yeah.
We also have Brian Haybill Waller at ppgbrian.com.
That's right, new website. And I got a nice new video coming out. My background is a picture my professor buddy took with his telescope. He gave me a telescope, and I made a really good video about it. It's coming out Friday. Y'all check it out.
Oh,
Definitely.
Cool.
Definitely. Looks awesome.
Yeah.
You got Tommy Mosley in the house, and that's
Woo-hoo,
ppgtommy.com.
Tommy!
What's going on,
How you
guys?
doing, Mr. Tommy?
I'm
Yay,
doing
there he
great,
is.
man.
Hi, Tommy.
We also have Keegan Mold in the house. He's from Far Out Strobes. He's going to help us get $10 off his strobes if you want to order. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And the man of the hour, the person that everybody came here to talk about or talk to, is Mark Drozd. How you doing, Mark?
Hey everyone, how are you?
What's
up, Mark? Glad to be here.
Glad
to have you.
JP Tulo, did I forget you, JP? I'm sorry if I did. JP Tulo, he's our tech guy. Don't forget about JP, the only guy
What's
that
up,
I know
guys?
that tossed the laundry and it was not at an SID course. You can find him at jptulo.com. All right.
Thanks for that,
Yeah.
by the way, Sean.
Absolutely. Mark Drozd, we're going to be talking to him today. We're talking about a mid-air lipo battery fire. That's going to be fun. He's building a wireless remote smoke system. I can't wait to talk about that. He increased his hoop size on his paramotor, so that's going to be interesting. And why would you need a second kill switch? Mark, welcome to the show. This is episode 54.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be here. Looking forward to talking about everything except we live in the fire in the air.
Oh no, because that seems to be the coolest part.
I'll do it for the show.
I see something in the background there. Didn't you win something from ClearProp TV?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago I actually did. I talked to the guy who made it, John, and he just does a fantastic job. So that's why I kind of wanted to put it in back there, just kind of show everyone the quality work that he does. So I can't say enough about it. Actually, I didn't pay for it, but I tell you what, if I saw one and I didn't have one, I would definitely call them up and pay for it because it's quality work.
It does look amazing, and I can't wait to get mine. I got to wait until I get paid to be able to do something like that. Yeah. But anyway, tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and how you got into paramotors.
A little about myself. I live in kind of the Chicago area. I'm about 40 miles west of Chicago. So we're in the beautiful, freezing, cold snow belt right now. As I guess a lot of people are getting snow lately. But I kind of got into paramotors probably around, when I first started, it was about 15, 17 years ago. I was just driving around, happened to see a guy flying around, and I tracked him down. And he landed in his backyard, and it was a guy named Nick Schultes, if you've ever heard of him. He was one of the early people in the United States to actually get into paramotors. And lo and behold, about a week or two later, I kept going out to his house bothering him to find out more and just to learn more. And Jeff Goen shows up. So I got to meet Jeff there, and I think that's when Jeff was kind of first starting out with it. So it was kind of a nice group of people to mix with. Jeff actually lives, or used to live not too far from me, probably about 10 minutes away from me. So Jeff has always been a good source of information anytime I had to bounce a question off him. So that's kind of how I got into it about 15, 17 years ago. A lot of time went by where I didn't pursue it after a while. I had, kids growing up and going into college and, just everything else. And my mother was in poor health. So it took a back burner until I was able to finally get into it, probably about, this is my 5th year flying. So I'd say 4+ years now that I've actually been flying. But my interest in it go way back to about 15, 17 years ago.
How many hours do you think you got?
I fly probably around 100 hours a year, give or take. So I'm probably right around that 400 or 500 hour, 400 something hours, I'd say.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And we started talking about you had a fire on your paramotor.
Yeah,
what happened?
My the first paramotor I have, I've got 2 of them. The first one I have is an electric start. And that one only has an electric start. It doesn't have a pull start. So I'm kind of bound to having a battery on it. Well, the battery that I had was a lipo battery, and everything worked fine for a couple of years. And then I said to myself, well, you know, this battery's getting a little spongy. It's time to replace it. So, you know, I went out there and picked myself up a new one, making sure all the measurements were, you know, the same or less than the one I bought. So I guess long story short, I got a battery in. It looked like exactly what I had before. But I went on about 3 or 4 flights. Everything was fine. And then on the, I'd say 5th flight, I was flying along and I kind of felt something warm behind my back. And I turned around and I just saw billowing smoke from coming behind me and something really hot on my back. But what you've got on the screen right there is the aftermath of what happened to me. Those batteries are actually been sitting on the ground for 20 minutes after I landed, and they were still smoking. From what I read, those batteries get to about 1,000 degrees. So I was not happy when I saw all the smoke.
Wow.
So I guess when I saw all the smoke and I felt all the heat, my first instinct was to get down right away. I immediately did a spiral dive down. And the funny part about it, I think Larry, you had him on the show at some point. I fly with him and he saw me spiral down. And I think he was just thinking I was practicing spirals or something, but he found out later that, you know, what happened. So on my way down, I got to probably, I don't know, 100 feet off the ground after just spiraling down from 1,000 AGL. And, you know, I'm running, things going through my mind. How am I going to, you know, get out of this thing? I'm strapped in. This thing's, you know, hot. I started unbuckling my my harness and everything like that. And I figure right before I get to the very end, I'd hit the last one and jump out. And that's essentially what I did. When I finally hit the ground, you know, smoke everywhere. And luckily, the battery was melting and everything else around it was melting, that the battery fell out. When I got out of the harness, the battery sat behind the harness. So, and luckily there was a metal plate between the battery and my harness. So it was still hot with that metal plate in there. So I got out, I pulled my paramotor off the battery and I just let the battery sit there for, well, I mean, that was 20 minutes and it was still smoking hot. So it was quite an experience.
How close was it to your fuel tank?
The fuel tank was probably 8 inches away. Yeah.
Wow.
I think the only thing that saved me was the design of the paramotor. Had a metal enclosure for the battery. And that was the only thing that probably saved me, because actually, I don't know if I could share my screen. I think I've got some pictures of what it did to my harness.
Is it the screen that you sent me, or all the pictures that you sent me?
Yeah, it's in there.
Okay.
Yeah, Larry K is asking about wanting to see pictures of the burnt harness. Sorry.
So was the damage bad enough that you had to replace equipment on the paramotor to harness, or?
You know, it wasn't that bad. When you look at it, it melted the harness, but it didn't. To me, it didn't look like it ruined anything structurally.
If you see it, stop me.
All right.
There it is.
Yeah.
So that was the lipo battery going off through a piece of metal that enclosed it. And it got that hot to melt the backside of my harness there.
Oh my goodness.
And luckily that foam piece you see back there, that was actually memory foam that I put in there for comfort. So if I didn't have that, it probably would have went to the other side. And
this right here underneath the burnt part is memory foam?
That's the memory foam, yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. Is that repairable?
Yeah, it's an older harness. I could probably replace the harness. I don't really fly that frame that much anymore.
How long did it take from the time you noticed the fire to getting to the ground, do you think?
You know, it seemed like it took forever.
It looks like Jeff
sure
Goen.
did.
Is that Jeff?
Yeah, it's Jeff. Yeah.
He looks young.
Yeah. I would say, I don't know, a minute or two. You know, everything was going through my mind. The only thing I could do is spiral down quick. So figure as fast as you could spiral down from 1,000 AGL. I tell you what, when you're coming down and you're feeling the heat and you see all the smoke, you think it's a lot longer.
Is this what inspired you to build a wireless remote smoke system?
Yeah, I don't want to do the lipos anymore. So, no, the smoke system, I kind of wanted to just build something different. You know, at one time, I guess you could say, I don't know if it was the rage or not, but it was kind of cool. And I kind of like using my creative part of me to do some different things. So I created something that was a little different than everyone else. I think everyone else has their smoke system, you know, wired up to their to some kind of switch, and I didn't want any wires on mine. I wanted it completely wireless. I wanted to be able to hold, you know, my brakes in my hand and have a button on my hand or my thumb that I could just use that to click on and click off the smoke system. So that was kind of one of the features that I wanted. The other thing that I wanted is a lot of the smoke systems out there have small reservoirs. And if you have a smoke system, you'll realize that it doesn't really last that long before you run out of, you know, juice, whatever you're using, baby oil or the smokes, you know, oil or whatever. So the other thing I wanted was to have a bigger reservoir. So also in that those pictures there, Sean, I've got the parts that I actually bought. I don't know if anyone have an interest in taking a look at that.
I'm not at that point. I'm not there anymore. I
Oh,
don't have
okay.
your pictures up. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. So I bought a couple of parts. One of them being a wireless remote that has some kind of relays built into it. So it basically has a car remote, you know, switch. Oh, you bringing it up?
Yep.
Okay.
Where was the?
If you scroll down, I'll spot it.
Okay. Is that your airplane too? Do you
No,
fly an airplane?
That's a friend of mine's. Cessna 206 we fly in.
Okay. I saw that there. I'm like, that's pretty cool. You're flying too. Is this what you're talking about?
There it is.
Yeah, so bottom left.
Oh, that's not it?
No, not that one.
This right here.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, okay.
So
it
the red
seems
thing,
to be the. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mark.
the red thing is the little pump. I think they use those for RC airplanes. And then the thing to the left of it that has those four little blue cubes, that's the wireless interface that goes with that wireless key fob on the left-hand side where it says A, B, C, and D.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I clip that wireless remote onto my brake handle, and then as I'm flying, I've got the brake handle, and I also have my thumb on the switches. So when I hit one of the buttons that I have it, you know, configured with, it triggers that relay, the blue relay, to turn on power to that red pump, and then start the pumping the fluid from the reservoir into the exhaust.
I do not have a smoke system, so how does a regular one work opposed to this one that you're working on?
I think they work the same, except that I made mine wireless. I think the other ones have some kind of on-off switch, you know, which is wired to it, which I don't know. I don't have another smoke system, but I'm thinking there's some kind of wired switch somewhere that you have to reach down and grab. And I didn't want to have to take my hands off the brakes to turn it on and off. I wanted to be, you know, spinning around, having some fun, and I could turn it on and off.
You could add a switch to your throttle, no problem.
For the throttle too?
So, quick question from the chat from Larry K. After you had your battery catch fire, what once you replaced it and came up with a new idea, what did you do to prevent that?
For the battery, I actually still went with the lipo just because they had good power. I bought a much smaller battery that wouldn't vibrate around the metal container. In addition to what I did was I bought out on Amazon, they have a welding blanket. And the welding blanket will protect against fires up until I think 1800 degrees or something like that. So that's, far above what a lipo burns at. So I took the new smaller lipo battery and I actually wrapped it in that welding blanket, which is very soft. And then I put that into the metal container. And then this way, if there's any vibrations or bumping, it's not hitting anything. And if by chance it did short out, it would burn, but it would burn in that welding blanket, which would pretty much keep everything safe. And I even tested it with a MAP gas torch, the welding blanket. I put the torch on, you could put your hand on the other side of it. You can't even feel the heat.
Wow.
So I did a lot of safety precautions. In addition, that picture you were looking at of my harness that was melted, I also took that welding blanket, which actually you could see the welding blanket. I put a layer of welding blanket between the harness and the back of my PPG frame where the battery is stored. So I had like multiple layers of safety just in case going forward.
Any chance you? Oh, go ahead, Tom.
I was wanting to know, whenever you got the new battery, are you getting the smaller battery, same power? Are you getting the same amount of starts out of the smaller battery?
I never really let the battery go down in power. I'd recharge it every couple of days that I use it. So I didn't use it until it just started dying. I always kept it fully charged so that the starter would engage correctly and I wouldn't be putting a strain on those pins in the Bendix.
It's also better for the battery to not run it low. Keep it charged, right?
So, Mark, any chance of making yourself a welder's blanket suit so the case of any issues?
Yeah. I got to tell you, my friends were always making fun of me after that, calling me, flame man or fireball and stuff like that. And they used to send me text pictures of people in fire suits that were on fire running. And so, yeah, that's
nice.
The going.
You can always get you one of those NASCAR driver suits that they wear. I'm sure they wear fire protection suits.
Yeah, my approach is not to get caught on fire again.
Exactly. That's a nightmare, being in the air on fire. I mean,
I got to tell you, I don't know anyone else who's had that happen. I'm sure it's happened, but it's a pretty small group, I'm sure.
I don't know of anybody. If anybody's in the chat that knows of anybody else that had their battery catch on fire while they're in the air, please say something in the chat. Because that is interesting. I have no idea. You're the first one I heard about it so far.
Mark, I've got a question for you. I know it's pretty typical of lithium-ion batteries that the manufacturer, as long as they're a legitimate manufacturer, will do a test where they short out the battery and just leave it for 24 hours and see if it, they see what temperature it rises to, if it'll catch fire, if it'll melt, anything like that. I'm not familiar with the lipo batteries. Do they have any tests like that?
I have no idea. I just hear horror stories about them shorting out, catching fire, and so forth. But I also learned, and I've read about this earlier, that if you maintain them properly, they're pretty safe. My problem was that the battery, I can't prove this because it's burned up in pieces. But I flew years with the lipo battery and didn't have a problem. This was a new lipo battery with 3 to 5 flights on it, and it went up. So the only thing I could think of is that it was just slightly, like within a fraction of a millimeter larger than the other one, just enough to rub on the frame, and it kind of shorted it out somehow, and the rest is history.
Interesting. If you guys are watching this, but you haven't said anything, please say something in the super chat and let us know that you're here, because we have lots of things that we're going to be giving away. And we definitely want you guys to be in the spinning wheel. Our jptulo.com is going to be putting everybody in the spinning wheel thing. And we appreciate JP very much for doing that. Also, if you would, I don't know if you can see it, look in the description down below. Can you see the guest YouTube channel where it says paramotorguest.com? And we also have people that donated in our super chat last week, and I put their names down there with their YouTube channels. So anybody that donates anything to us in the super chat, you will be forever immortalized in our description down below and in our audio podcast when we go live audio with this tomorrow in iTunes and all the different podcast platforms that are out there. So make sure that you say hello. If you donate anything, it goes towards our shipping of all the cool stuff that we have. We got insulated cup from paralifeppg.com, a t-shirt, and a 2-stroke mixing bottle from Paraswag USA, a $25 gift card from Great 3D. FaroutStrobes.com is going to help us get $10 off his strobes today. Phone lasso from us, ClearProp TV, and our donations. A chase cam from ppgsmoke.com we're going to be giving away. And we're also going to be giving away a Paramotor spotlight. And that information is going to be given to you guys a little bit. So say hi in the chat real quick. And we appreciate your support. We also got 26 people watching and 15 thumbs up. So any thumbs up that you guys can give us, that definitely helps us out, and we totally appreciate you guys.
Yeah, I appreciate all you.
Definitely.
Uh-huh.
We all do.
Yep.
Mark, let's see. You also talked about increasing your hoop size. I don't know why you would increase your hoop size. Is that because you need a bigger prop, or what's that all about?
I guess for a couple of reasons I increased it. For a while, I never increased it. I've got a 125 centimeter prop, and it was fine. The problem I was having with the 125 centimeter prop is that the prop that I have actually sticks out several inches past my frame. And the problem I was having is if my wing would come down, say on a failed launch or something like that, or you're taking off and somehow the wind turns and it like pulls you sideways or something, my lines would, go around the frame and be caught by my prop. So I shredded quite a few lines that way with this particular paramotor. In my other paramotor, the prop is kind of right with the frame. And I never had that problem before. So in my mind, I'm saying, well, I've got to somehow make this, hoop size bigger. So when something happens, my lines come back down, it doesn't, get picked up by the prop and cut. At one point, I think I cut 7 or 9 lines. And, when you do that, this week and that week, that's a couple $100 every time you do it. So I was kind of getting sick of that. So I changed my frame size from a 53-inch frame size, and I stretched it all the way to a 60-inch, well, just under 60 inches. And it's made a world of difference just being able to take off. And the problems I used to kind of feel before, I don't have that problem anymore. At least yet. I mean, it's still new, but the first couple flights I did with it, other than working out some bugs that I had, it's been great.
And you weld? Is that how you did it?
No, I didn't have to weld. I've got an old SkyCruiser frame, so everything kind of pops apart. And I ordered the hoop size, and he sent it to me, and then I just made my own spars out of some aluminum tube that I purchased. So that's in the pictures as well. There's a picture of mine, which is just under 60 inches, and it put it next to another guy's who actually increased his, but I think his was at 55 inches. He went from 53 to 55, and you could see how much larger mine is.
And that's
shout out to Adam Giles in the chat. He gave us $10.
Oh, thank you very
Adam.
much.
That's what's up.
Appreciate it, Adam.
Totally
Thank you, Adam.
You are definitely going to help us send out some of these really cool prizes here in just a little bit. So thank you very much.
And you got some great prizes too. So thanks for that too, Sean.
What's that? I'm sorry.
I said you give away some really nice prizes on your show. So thanks for that.
Absolutely. Well, we definitely appreciate our sponsors.
Hey, on On a side note, Mark, that's a really cool sign you got behind you. Where'd you get that?
That is JK Customs.
JK Customs.
Custom Carvings. Who makes those?
Yeah, we talked about him one night. Let me see if I can.
Is this
That's
the,
JR
the hoops you're talking
Paramotor,
about?
right? JR Paramotor
Yeah.
is the same guy.
Yeah, I think it's JK Custom Carves is what I recall. His
Hey,
name's
Mark.
John.
Mark, what frame what frame are you flying?
The one that I made the bigger hoop from, I think Sean just had it up there. That is a SkyCruiser.
Okay.
And then my other frame that I caught on fire was a Parajet. Again, no fault of Parajet. That was the battery's problem.
So these,
Parajet actually did a great job in making the metal container to just in anticipation of anything happening. So that saved me. So yeah, the one on the left is mine with the larger hoop. The guy on the right, that was also stretched from 53, but I think his is 56 now. And you could see my prop, even me being a couple inches bigger, sits closer inside the frame than his too. So if you could imagine when it was at 53 inches, how much further my prop would sit out. And it was just grabbing the lines and shredding them.
You said stretch. How do you stretch your frame?
No, it's just the hoop. I didn't stretch the frame.
I'm sorry, the frame. How do you stretch the frame?
The hoop.
The hoop, I just ordered a larger.
Jesus. Okay, hold on. I'm with you. Hold on. So the hoop. How do you stretch the hoop? I'm reading the chat and trying to talk. It's not working.
Go back to sleep, Shane. Go back to sleep. Come on, man.
Yeah. We'll never live that one down.
That's all right. I'm okay with it.
You don't stretch the hoop. You buy a new one.
Okay.
So
I
it's just a term
ordered a
he's
larger
using.
hoop.
Yeah, I got you. Just the term he's using. He didn't literally like stretch it like a rubber band. He just.
That's why I was asking, because like.
Oh,
wait a
I
minute.
gotcha. Understood. My bad.
It depends on the type of metal and your skill level.
Yeah, right.
No doubt. So,
Anybody?
Mark, we were talking briefly about the picture in your background. JR Paramotor made that. Did you win that on this show, or did you see it on the show and go buy one?
I lost winning it by a fraction of a second because on the show they spun the wheel and it went right down to the millimeter when it's crossing between one person and the next, and I lost out to another guy, but the other guy never came back and responded, so I guess he left the show and he lost out on it. So then you did a respin, and I mean, what are the chances of not only almost winning twice, but then actually winning on the second spin? So yeah, that's the result of it, and I couldn't be more happy. So hats off to JK Custom Carvings.
That's awesome, man.
Cool.
There
That's
he
awesome.
is.
Cool.
So there's your lesson, everybody that's listening. Stay in the chat long enough to respond.
Absolutely.
You
And,
have to be present to win.
Because
Yeah.
unfortunately, somebody gave up that awesome plaque that's behind Mark right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He does some really good work, no doubt.
I stayed in the chat and I won some really cool. Oh, hold on. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Wait a minute. You're a panel host. You're not qualified to win stuff.
Oh,
How did you win something?
Oh, look at these gloves.
Oh boy.
Oh
like
yeah.
that.
I actually tried typing with it. It didn't turn out very well. I was like, I gotta take these off.
So funny.
Where'd you win those? In the show?
No, it was a different show. I think it was our Paramotor. Holy
I
good
can't
Lord.
talk tonight.
I
Cannot
seriously need
talk.
to eat dinner. I can smell it cooking out there, and I'm just like, man. Dave, what did I win those on? Was it on? I'm asking in the chat, by the way. Our Paramotor Nation or
Paragliding talk.
I can't remember. Yeah, Paramotor Talk. One or the other.
Paragliding
No,
talk.
no. Hold on. Good Lord.
I wish I wish Anthony Vella would be continuing his podcast and doing it live.
Seems kind of spotty with his production.
Well, when he first started, he was just rolling.
Yeah.
But
You mean other people have talk shows too? I thought this was the only one.
after a while, it's like some people will stop doing a talk show, stop doing a podcast because they would rather go out and fly, or maybe they're teaching, or maybe they're busy with family. I mean, I'm really glad that we get together every Monday night because this is kind of like a family thing. I mean, everybody here, all of our guests,
They're squishing the baby.
the people in the chat, I mean, we know them all, and they usually
Yep.
jump on afterwards. We just chat for hours. So
Yep.
really awesome.
Sure do.
Mark, do you have any other incredible stories like the fireball falling out of the heavens?
Well, I flew the I guess the world famous eagle wing, if you've seen those. I put that on the my site there. You can see a couple pictures of that. And we've got, I think one of the pictures I took of Cole Parsons, who is the guy I fly with. He's up there flying the eagle wing. And then there's another picture of me carrying it. But I think everyone kind of recognizes that eagle. I don't think a lot of people have flown it. I mean, there's probably a good amount of people who've flown it, but it's really a unique wing to fly.
Which one is it?
There
Oh, there
it
it
is
is.
at the bottom. So you kind of
There
see
it
me. Yeah, that one.
Wow. I was
Yeah.
trying to picture what you were talking about. Look at that.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool wing. It's it was kind of made for flying very slow, and it does fly extremely slow. But I guess that's how when they built it, they wanted it that way, just because when you're flying, so people could see it. But
So
Yeah.
the center two sails are closed, I guess, and where the head is.
yeah, that's a big head. There's no cells there.
That is
Huh.
cool. That is really cool.
So
Never
that's Cole
quit.
Parsons flying it.
Oh.
What does the slogan mean?
Never quit, never give up. There's a guy, Lee Shapna, who actually has, he's trying to get something going. He bought these two wings. Yeah, that's the eagle that I'm carrying. He's trying to set up some kind of nonprofit where he goes into organizations like baseball fields and does like the beginning of the games, have some kind of tribute to soldiers and fallen police officers and things like that. He's trying to get that off the ground, and that's kind of why he bought these eagle wings, just as a tribute, never give up.
Cool. That's way cool.
You fly. You're flying this too.
That is actually my cousin's ultralight. It's an amphibian. So we were in Florida, buzzing in and out of the ponds and rivers with crocodiles and alligators lining
Nice.
the side. So
Wow.
Wait. You said crocodiles and alligators?
Well, I couldn't tell the difference. Let me tell they were
They're
Okay.
all the same.
They all got a bunch of teeth.
they were all sunbathing on the side of the water, and I told them, if this thing quits and dies, we're dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to go swimming with some in a
There's-
few weeks, doing an SIV.
Chuck, there's a good picture of Larry Carell's engine, and you could see that the prop is inside the cage.
Oh, wow.
If you see
World
it,
champion, Larry?
where is
World
it?
champion near it, Larry.
Larry.
Oh,
Crazy Larry.
can you get his autograph for me?
Did I
I
pass
know,
it?
huh?
Did I pass it? You said that you got a picture of it.
Of which one, Sean?
There it is.
Where?
What are
Here?
you looking for, Sean?
You said that you have a picture of it.
Of what?
Something with the prop inside the cage.
Oh yeah, keep going down. You had it.
The orange cage, right there.
Well, this is it. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, wow.
So
What do they
if
call
You
you-
can
that?
see
Oh,
that's a Kangol
like
frame, and you can
flush,
see
yeah.
his prop is in his cage. So that's kind of another reason. Mine was sticking out 7-8 inches.
you could back that up to a wall and rev it up, and the prop wouldn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wouldn't
yeah. I've seen
catch,
people
right?
flying those. Everybody does foot drags. I've seen people doing cage drags with that type
Yeah.
of hoop on it.
Who was doing
they're
that
basically-
at Suwannee, Brian?
Yeah. Wait, say that again. Suwannee?
Suwannee.
Suwannee?
Suwannee. Andrew
I thought they
Fuller
were
was doing
crazy.
that.
And I know
Yeah.
that I can drag mine, and I have no problem with it. My
Oh,
I
angel.
can't
Larry
believe that
K.
the prop doesn't catch the netting on those.
Shout out to our world champion Larry K in the chat. $20.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
That is a humble champ right there.
There you go.
Giving back to the
pays
little
people
guys.
to take his autograph.
Tell you what.
Giving back to the little guys.
Yeah.
He said he's got to pay people to take his autograph.
Oh, Lord. Oh, gee.
Remember,
Here we go.
anybody that donates anything, not only does it help us, but we also advertise your website, your YouTube, your Facebook, whatever you want to the following week. So just email me, ppggrandpa@gmail.com. Let me know that you helped us out, donated some bucks, and we will advertise you.
You also get an extra spot
Any-
on the wheel.
Extra spin on the wheel, absolutely. Because, we're giving away
Right.
so much stuff. Speaking about that,
Right.
how does our wheel look? Does it look like it's full?
It's pretty stout. You want to see a
Whoa.
peek of it? I'll give you a peek.
Yeah,
Peek
I
of the
want to
wheel.
see.
And as we're getting a peek, let's go ahead and run through all the cool things that we're going to give away.
Thank you, chatters. I love my chatters.
ParalifePPG.com. That's Mark McElroy is going to give away an insulated cup, which is really awesome. Paraswag USA is giving away a T-shirt and a 2-stroke mixing bottle. A $25 gift card from Great3D.com. A phone lasso from ClearProp TV donations. A chase cam from PPGsmoke.com. We're going to give somebody a Paramotor spotlight for a week. And also, FarOutStrobes.com is going to give us $10 off of his strobe lights that he produces, which are really awesome. So thank you, all of our wonderful sponsors out there that is helping us out.
That's all awesome, man.
I would like to
Very cool.
also shout out last week's contributors, our supporters
Okay.
that have
Yeah.
donated in the chat. So last week we had Kent Stamey, Will Fly, your Dankeys Garcia, Bill H, John Way, and Tommy Mosley. So thank you very much, y'all.
Thank you.
John Wayne's a repeat offender. He just gave it another $10 tonight.
Woo-hoo!
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Love
very,
you,
very much.
John. Thank you. You're awesome, dude. You rock.
I could not find John Wayne's YouTube channel. He has one. If you could do me a favor in the chat, put your YouTube channel down there for me. Because when I search for John Wayne, you wouldn't believe what comes up. So,
I'm sure.
Yeah.
well,
A lot of John Wayne.
John Wayne comes up, not John Wayne.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you, because I also want, like I said, anybody that helps us out, I really can't do much, but I can help advertise by posting your YouTube channel, your Facebook, whatever you want me to do. I'll post that down in the description down below to help you guys out the best I can. Once again, we totally appreciate you. Oh, Will Fly donated $5. Thank you.
Yay. Thank you, Will.
Oh, that reminds me, Will, I have your stuff right here. But I ordered something that's supposed to come in that I want to put in your package. So as soon as that comes in, it's a surprise. We're going to be giving out a bunch of cool stuff. So I want to put in your package. So you'll have that as soon as I get that thing in. I'll tell you guys later. You'll know about it next week. So thank you, Wolf. I appreciate it.
Cool. Good.
Let's see. You also talked about, Mark, why would you need a second kill switch? And you have a second kill switch. I only have one kill switch. Why would you need a second one?
I only had one kill switch too until it didn't work. And I unfortunately had a couple experiences that weren't pleasant. Originally, when I started out flying, probably the first year, I took off one time, and for whatever reason, my launch wasn't right, so I was going to abort. And when I was moving my throttle around, you know, and it's got the cord going from your throttle to the engine, the kill switch wouldn't work. And when I was moving the cable around, the engine actually started speeding up. So lo and behold, I'm trying to abort a flight. I'm kind of brand new flying, and I kept going, you know, it kept pushing me straight, and it was a bigger engine. I think it's a 180 cc that I had. So long story short, I was heading toward a pond. And I know if I went in the pond, it wouldn't have been good. So I ended up just going face first down. And at that point, the motor that I had didn't have a clutch on it. Well, even if I had the clutch, you know, the engine was up, you know, on RPM. But in mine, the engine kept turning. And luckily, the wing went forward and none of the lines got into the prop or anything. And I remember being face first with the engine going on higher RPM. And eventually I kept hitting the kill switch and it eventually shut off. So there was some kind of, you know, periodic break somewhere in the wire. So that was my first incident. The second incident, I was coming in for a landing on my other motor. And normally the way I fly, I don't land with my engine running usually unless I got a strong headwind. So I'll kill my engine up higher. Only this time the kill switch didn't work. Now, you know, you could say, did you pre-flight? Because you didn't, but I actually did. I check all my connections, you know, before I go. And somewhere in flight, the kill switch, the solder joint came apart. So I landed and I just let the wing fly over me, but I still, you know, had my engine running. And that didn't make me happy. Plus the first incident I had, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to put a backup kill switch on it. So that's kind of what I did. And it just kind of makes me feel a little better having that because I know if it's a mechanical thing or just a solder connection, I mean, those engines vibrate so much that, you know, even if you pre-flight it on the ground, that's not to say it's going to be working when you come down. So there was one more time after that where my kill switch didn't work and I used my backup switch. So that's the plus sides of it. The negative sides of having another kill switch, and that's my picture too where I mounted it. The drawback to that is when you're taking off, you could accidentally hit it. So if you take off, and you accidentally hit it and you're only 20 feet off the ground, you're coming down pretty quick. So you kind of have to be careful. For me, I just made the decision that it's right for me. It might not be right for everyone.
Did you have a picture that we could look at where you added that second kill switch to?
Yeah, it should be out there.
I think that that's a pretty common problem, kill switches. I know with my Parajet Maverick, I had 5 hours on my motor when the wire broke. Going to my kill switch. I was at Aviator when it happened, and they were able to help me fix it. I got a background as an electrician, so I soldered a new wire in. It went from probably a 22 gauge wire to a 16 gauge wire. But in the process of doing that, the little bitty switch, kill switch, had to be replaced during the soldering process because it was so cheap and small. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably a pretty common problem because one of the things they trained us is how to have a friend help you kill your engine by pinching the fuel line or blocking the air intake to choke the engine.
Yeah, I'm glad I've got mine. Like I said, I had two incidents. One when I first started out, which was kind of scary to me, especially doing a face plant with a 76-pound motor on your back. It was one of the, the heavier ones. And then the second one, like I said, I couldn't shut it off when I was coming in for a landing. So at least I had some time to think about, what to do and how to have the wing fly overhead and so forth. But I just didn't want to take any more chances. So it's nice to have the backup. I just have to be careful not to hit it when I'm launching.
Yeah, these little motors are pure vibration factories.
Yeah.
I like the idea of beefing up the systems for sure. I saw an idea where you could introduce like a pull, like on a jet ski or a treadmill where you pull the switch out, like a safety switch if you fall off or whatever. You can wire something like that into your reserve so that if you throw your reserve it's automatically going to kill the engine, or you could have it set up a million different ways as a secondary sort of switch. I think it's a really interesting idea.
That's smart. I like that. Didn't even think about that. That should be part of a paramotor design. When you pull your reserve, it kills your motor, because I don't think that I'd even be thinking about killing my motor when I pull a reserve. You know, if it's in a emergency situation, it's different than the SIV.
Absolutely, yeah.
It'd be pretty easy to do with a limit switch built in behind the behind the reserve bag, I would think.
But if that wiggles loose or something when you're flying, all of a sudden your motor dies.
Yeah, another failure point.
Yeah, it's all these things are just up in the air. Now, Mark, you said that you can hang with us as long as we stay alive, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you might regret that. We've been having 3 and 4 hour paramotor podcasts, but they seem to be pretty fun. I mean, we really keep it going, and it's fun. Every week I listen to the whole thing when I'm in my car, because you can also listen to it audio wise at paratalk.org. And I love to listen to it because, when you're doing this and you're doing things behind the scenes, you miss some things. And then when you re-listen to it, it's like, oh, I didn't even hear that. It's like, where was I? I totally wasn't here. So we appreciate you. I think that we went over pretty much everything that's on your list that we wanted.
Hey, Sean.
Yes.
I got a question in the chat from PPG Shane.
Yes.
He said, does Mark plan on selling your PPG smoke system, or do you mind if your idea is copied?
I don't plan on selling it. I just built it for myself. But like I said, I've got the picture, and I'd be happy to share that if anyone wants to buy the parts or get in contact with me to find out what parts you need for it. Oh, okay. I would like to add one more thing about that smoke system that I built. One of the advantages, you were asking me what's different between mine and others. Also in that picture, there's the pump itself. When you turn on the power, it just begins pumping. And I also added on a little potentiometer where you could control the flow of the fluid coming in. So if you wanted a huge billowing smoke, you just, you could turn up the little switch, a variable switch, and it just increases the speed of the pump, which pumps more oil into the exhaust. You'll be going through a lot more fluid, faster that way, but you get a lot of big smoke. You could also back it down to medium or smaller if you don't want as much smoke, and it'll last a lot longer. The other difference between my system and a lot of systems I've seen is the reservoirs are very small on the other systems. And what I did, if you go into like a big box store, they've got the, those backpack reservoirs where you can bring water with you. It's like a little backpack, but it's really a big plastic,
right.
Camel sack.
Yeah.
Like a camel pack. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I actually took that and I mounted it behind my harness hanging there. So it's actually nice and cushy because they're very strong. They even show you examples of them with a car tire running over them, how strong they are, and they don't break. Nice. So I've got 2 liters of fluid, versus the other systems that I've seen that only hold, like a pint or something like that of the fluid. So mine lasts a long, long time, especially if you have that variable switch where you could dial it from, just blowing a little smoke to full blown smoke show.
I'm curious.
The other thing in the chat from Dragon Camper, he just wanted to give a thank you to everyone on the panel. I enjoy listening to and learning every week while on the road. Hopefully I start flying by the end of the year. That is exactly why I agreed to do this show, is to encourage, help, and support new pilots. And as a new pilot, just over a year, this show's helped me out greatly too. So thank you, Dragon Camper for our campers, Dragon Campers for the kind words. I appreciate it. So does the panel.
Absolutely. Thank you, Greg.
That's my favorite.
Appreciate
That's
ya.
my favorite thing about this show. Yeah, it's just a bunch of regular guys and gals getting around talking PPG. No big names, just a bunch of nobodies. Like who's ever heard of Skinny Chef Shane?
I heard of
I'm
him.
just teasing.
I've heard of him. I've seen it
Famous.
every week.
I love all
It's
you
great
guys.
though, because
PPG.
anyone can get on and chat and just talk shop. So
That's
Yeah, I
right.
like hearing everybody's stories,
right.
man. We've had people with some really good stories on the show,
oh yeah.
and yeah, it's always Mondays. I always look forward to those.
Me
And
too.
also,
Hey,
too,
real quick.
yes.
Well, we got everybody. Let me grab a screenshot real quick if we
yes.
can
Okay.
Let me go ahead and
for our thumbnail.
back to the gallery real quick.
The
And they
thumbnail.
decided to take
Oh,
off.
oh,
but
we're
that's
doing
all
the
right.
picture. Oh, okay. Okay.
But that's all right. I can edit. I can put a little Shane in the back on.
I like Brian's idea of putting his background picture in. That way, even if you step away, you're never really away, Brian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How do you do that? I
Sure.
mean, what do you press when you do that?
No, he just set his background
Well,
image.
what you do
Oh, I see.
like that,
Okay,
Yeah,
you
like
ready?
that.
like that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you just take a quick screenshot of whatever your background is and whatever, and then you can kind of
Oh, wait.
hide. But
Let me
that
add
was
it.
last week.
That's
Gotcha.
cool.
That's funny.
You want that to be my screenshot, JP?
yeah,
Yeah, let's
yeah.
go ahead and do that.
You and
Let's
Dave.
go ahead and do that. That freaks some people out.
That's great.
Oh,
Okay,
Alright,
say
ready,
when.
1, 2, 3.
All
Cool.
right.
Brian, what you
wait.
need to do? Brian,
Hang
what
on,
you
one
need
more.
to do?
What?
Hold on, JP. Hold
I
on.
mess up. What is
Brian,
going
what
on
you
here?
need to do is make yourself look to the
Ready?
right, and then you look at yourself to the left.
1, 2, 3.
I didn't hear the clickety click. So.
That's in my ear.
I'm not doing the click anymore.
Okay.
Oh my God! Get this
Ah.
straight. It's been 7,200 weeks.
Dude, we're
I know
like
this
the
is-
wall of
This
fame
is
here.
season 2. You should have this down by now.
The wall of fame or the wall of shame? You
I-
quite make it up.
I know, right?
All right,
Something.
real quick before we spin, we got Keegan Molden in the chat. He's from faroutstrobes.com, and you're on
Okay.
mute, by the way, just so you know. He's going to tell us real quick about his strobes and how we can get them for $10 off, just because we saw this right here on the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been on mute. My printer's going in the background, so the background noise. But so if you go to strobes.com or to it says my internet connection's unstable. Hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. But you can go to faroutstrobes.com or you can go to the Paramotor sale group on Facebook, and you'll see my strobes there. And if you're watching, you can get them for $40, so $10 regular price. They're really bright strobes. Just did a video on them, and mount up real easy and everything.
So Far Out Strobes. I got mine in the mail. I did a video. I think I posted it. Yeah, I posted it already on my channel. Really, really awesome. Very bright. So thank you very much, Keegan. Appreciate that. faroutstrobes.com. Get yours for $10 off by just going to Far Out Strobes and checking out my last video I did. I haven't flown with it yet. I can't wait to go fly with it. That'll be fun. So
I just got to mention, if you see it on this podcast, just let me know that you see the podcast so I know to give you the $10 off.
Gotcha. So we have to contact you first before we order it?
So there are a couple different methods of ordering it on the website. Through Facebook, you'll have to message me before you order it. And you can just say on PPG Grandpa podcast. And you'll get it for $40. Or if you do the PayPal method, just pay me 40 instead of 50, and I'll know why. So.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. We appreciate that, and can't wait for everybody to get some really nice strobes. We have a lot of things to give away, and I hope everybody is on the spinning wheel. But before we go on the spinning wheel,
JP, did you get the new one in there? Blue Sky Chaser Alley. Make sure you get that one on there.
Oh, he's in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What
And
up,
Keegan,
bro?
I'll be ordering one of those strobes soon, buddy.
Oops. Hold on, that's me.
I've
Allie's
seen at
gonna
least
be
one or
on the
two
show
people in
at
the
some
chat.
point, isn't she?
There we go. Had to mute mine.
Yeah. She's going to be our guest February 1st.
Yay!
Awesome. Allie's a big deal now. She's on the road to instruction at One Up, isn't
Adventures.
she?
Yep.
Yeah, she got the new gig at One Up. She's doing great,
Very
dude.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Wait.
She's gonna be the next Leah Catullo.
Yeah, she's
Woo!
the
Nothing wrong
she's
with
the new
that.
employee of One Up Adventures.
Awesome.
Awesome. That's exciting.
So before we spin the wheel, just like we did last week, I let everyone know that I want to lose weight. So I'm putting myself out there in front of everybody.
Okay.
2 weeks ago, I was 264 pounds. Last week, we spun the wheel and people guessed I was 257.7. And tonight, I'm going to go step on the scale. So before I step on the scale, everyone put your guess at what my current weight is, including the decimal point.
Can I guess
You
too?
think- Yeah, I'll guess. I don't care. It's no big deal. And
Brian.
with all the different things that we have available, what I will do is I will let whoever wins this pick whichever prize they want. So this is going to be a good one.
JP,
here.
shame on you, man.
What did JP do? I can't see what he did.
He wrote 297.
297. He thinks that I went up. Now remember, guys, if I go up in weight, if I plateau, I owe everyone in the chat, including everybody on the panel, a free T-shirt. So,
Can we already get a face T-shirt?
so I cannot.
Keeping yourself accountable. All right.
I mean, this is all the way down to 194 pounds. So until I hit that mark, 194 pounds, you guys got to keep me on track. I'm doing the best
Sean,
I can.
I like you a lot, but I really need a new shirt, so I'm taking you to Burger King next time I see you.
Yeah. You seen that
There you
movie
go,
Super Size
Tommy.
Me? We're going to McDonald's.
Well,
Cooking,
No,
making
man.
some food for
I'm
him.
going to try my best not to give y'all shirts. Oh, I figured this out. If we got 50 people in the chat and the the chat and the panel, if it's $25 for me to get a shirt and $5 to send it, that's $1,500 out of my pocket if I gain weight or if I plateau.
You got plenty of money.
So it's you got to let me know when everybody has posted their weights in the chat. I was originally 264 pounds 2 weeks ago. Last week I was 257.6 or 7. So that was what, about a pound a day for a week ish? I don't
A little
know.
over a pound. Yeah.
All right. So what do you think? Am I ready to step on?
You've got at least 16 or 17 people that have thrown a number out. 28 are in the chat. So
Yeah.
Oh,
I would say you're probably about ready.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say stop on the chat. So anybody that posts anything after I say stop does not count.
All right.
What do you
Tom?
think?
Oh, Mike Zola just got one in. JP updated his.
Okay, okay. Does anybody else need to update anything?
Bill H dropped one.
Oh, real quick, I saw in the chat, David Wolf, Paramotor Crazy, said, Sean, I appreciate you doing the show each week. I mentioned you on our show last Sunday night.
yeah.
Totally appreciate that. When we go to do the after show, when we're done, giving away everything, please jump on and talk about your podcast and talk paramotors with us.
As long as you're not in the hot tub.
He's probably in the hot tub every time that we
He's
talk.
probably in the hot
He's
tub.
on his way back to Ohio right now.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
All right,
driving.
we got a couple more late entries from PPG Shane
driving.
and
And Nick Griffith, I see. If there's no more, anybody else want to take your guess? This is the last time that you get.
All right. That's it then. Nick's the last one. 246 is what he guessed.
All right. Stop. There we go. All right. So real quick, we're going to jump on here. I'm worried. What do you think, Brian? Since you're sitting there talking to me, what do you think? What do you think? What is your guess?
What do I think?
Yeah. What is your guess?
I guessed. I just put a random number down there. I use a random number generator. But no, I think just looking at you, you look like you've lost weight since last week, man.
So what do you think?
What was your number last week, Shane?
257.6.
Sean? 257.6.
Yeah.
I think as far as you had to walk across your mansion to get to the scale, you should bring the scale closer to your computer.
I know, right?
It doesn't take me near as long to get anywhere in my house.
All right, so I'm thinking maybe 7 pounds, a pound a day. So let's find out.
So 250 then?
Did you poop today?
I ate dinner and everything too.
Oh, have you got a pull-up bar above your head? You're pulling up or something? 247, 10 pounds?
That's great.
All right, so there we go. So who hit it on the noggin?
Now JP throws out a 247. Nice.
What? If it's after stop, it don't count.
All right, so going through the 247, Brian Waller, seriously.
I had the inside info, man. Don't count me. I forfeit my t-shirt.
You cheating bastard. Let's see here. So actually it would be, I picked 245.7 and
Nick
then
Griffith was pretty close.
Yeah, and then I got totally blocked by Hank Lynch, which is 246.3.
Yeah, he was pretty close.
Yeah, and Nick Griffin was next with 247. He beat you by 0.3.
So we actually had somebody on the dot that got it, and there's no ties.
No.
Wait,
Nick
what?
said, no.
So somebody
who guessed two? I'm looking for the 247.
247 on the button.
246.3. I see.
Yeah.
I guess 247.
Nobody got 247.
Yeah,
No.
I said it at the beginning, but it doesn't count. The closest I see is
It's 246.3.
Yeah,
I think.
So Nick Griffith, he was just 1 pound off at 246.
Yeah, but we have
Hank
a point.
Lynch,
We have
Hank Lynch was
246.3.
within 0.7.
Mine was 247.0. That was my official, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
And,
it's gonna be
and
Hank Lynch.
Yeah, Hank picked 246.3, which is he's the closest to. And if I'm wrong,
nobody picked 247.0. Nobody
No.
that counts anyway.
no.
All right. Well,
JP said it after the fact. I said it before, but we cheated.
all right. So what are we going to do?
You can put it off to next week if you want it to be, right on, which I think, you could double the prize, kind of like roll it over to the next week to see if someone gets it right on the nose. I kind of like that idea. Or you can give it to the closest guess.
How about like we did last week? Whoever was between 246 and 248, because I was 247. So anyone that got 246 all the way up to 248 can be in the spin. What do you think?
So you're asking to make another wheel. I
No.
love that idea so much.
No, we don't need. How about this?
Mama.
So tell me the names of the people that got between 246 and 248.
All right, Nick Griffith,
Thanks, man.
246.
Hank Lynch.
Yeah, Hank Lynch, 246.3. Yeah.
Yes.
And then Nick Griffith was 246 earlier. Let's see. Two.
It's amazing what keto can do for you.
Yeah.
Flaming Flamingo was, no, sorry, she was 256. Yeah, Hank Lynch, 246.3. He was the closest to 247.
So we got Nick Griffith and Hank Lynch. Those are the only two?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So at the end of the show, how about we spin?
Does Richard count at 248.8?
That's
It's almost 2 pounds off.
yeah. We said between 246
So it's 0.0 then.
48.0. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it looks like we just got two people.
All right. You'll flip a coin?
No, I thought we were doing who's the closest. It's got to be spot on.
Well, who is the closest? I mean, since we only got two people, let's go ahead and do whoever is close.
Hank Lynch.
Hank,
Hank's
0.3.
Hank won?
Yep. Hank Lynch.
All right, Hank. You get a choice of any of these prizes that we got tonight. A Paralife PPG insulated cup from Mark McElroy. Paraswag USA has extra large t-shirt, actually donated by Will Fly last week. Thank you, Will Fly, because he said let it spin again next week. We have a $25 gift card from great3d.com, a phone lasso from ClearProp TV, a chase cam from PPG Smoke, a Paramotor Spotlight, which is a .com, and a two-stroke mixing bottle with the sticker from Paraswag USA. Mark, what do you want? And as soon as you let us know, then we will move on to the spinning wheel. If Mark is here. You said Mark Griffith won, right?
Nick. I'm sorry.
No, Hank Lynch.
Nick Griffith.
Yeah, Hank Lynch.
Who won?
Hank Lynch.
Oh, Hank did. I thought you said Nick.
He was second.
Yeah, Hank Lynch was closest, 246.3, if we're picking a single person.
Nick, Hank, are you in the chat? What would you like? If he doesn't respond, then it goes to the next person. Type in @Hank and see if he's in the chat. Yeah, he's in the
I
chat.
didn't even know you could do that.
What prize do you want?
Oops.
If he doesn't respond here, I guess we're going to have to roll this over till next week. What do you think?
He was just here.
Yeah, I think it was like 8:03 when he.
I like the spotlight. The spotlight is the .com. You'll be spotlighted for a whole week with our paramotorspotlight.com. We will advertise your channel or your YouTube channel or your Facebook, whatever you want. Is that what you'd like?
There he is.
Like the spotlight again. Yep.
Like the spotlight. Okay. You got
There he is.
paramotorspotlight.com. Do me a favor
I like it.
and send me an email to ppggrandpa@gmail.com. Let me know what do you want your YouTube channel or your Facebook, whatever you want. Just let me know what to.
I'm gonna throw out a guess on this wheel here. I'm gonna guess Hank Lynch wins this one.
We gotta see.
The odds are in my favor.
Who's it gonna be?
I mean, we got to make it official, right?
Right.
Oh, is that what we're doing? I'm like, I was confused. I'm like, what's going on here?
So Hank Lynch, you won the www.paramotorspotlight.com that we will advertise and try to get you as many people as we can going to your website. You know that last week Keegan got an extra 10 subscribers from when he first joined us till today. So he got an extra 10. So congratulations, Keegan.
Very cool.
All right, guys. Now we got the big skinny wheel, the spinning wheel.
Let's do the spinny.
Spotlight. And you can spin it whenever you're ready. And this will be, we'll just go down from the very top. This is for paralifeppg.com. Got an insulated cup. You need there's a choice of colors. And we'll bring that up here in just a moment.
Bless you.
Keep your COVID over there.
Sorry.
Blue Sky Chasers.
Oh. Oh.
Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be?
Gonna be.
Late.
Gonna be. So cool.
Oh, Will Fly?
Will Fly, I'm guessing.
Going.
Will Fly.
Going.
He's always
Going.
winning.
Oh my God!
That's what happens. He's in there twice. You donate and you increase your odds. You double
Good
your odds.
luck. Woo-hoo.
Oh, is that right? So if they donate during the show, they get their name on twice?
Yep.
Yes.
Woo-hoo.
Sweet.
That's cool. There you go.
So, Will Fly, are you in the chat? Is this something that you would like? If it is something that you like, this is what we got right here from
Oh, those are cool.
paralifeppg.com.
I like those.
You have a choice of these colors. And if you would, email Mark personally at mark@paralifeppg.com. Let him know what color you want and your address, and he will ship one out to you.
Those
This is
are
from
cool
Mark
looking.
McElroy from
like those.
paralifeppg.com.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I like his logo, man. I like
Those are,
me.
yeah, me too. Those
pretty
are
cool.
really cool.
really crisp. I
Yeah.
think that those look really nice.
Oh man, I could pour some coffee in those. Woo!
Mhm.
Hey, Brian. When you see my when you see my para trailer, you're gonna know I like his logo very well.
But you got one that's like 6 feet wide on it or something like that?
I have one for every side of that trailer.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
and one more thanks to Mark McElroy. He also sent me a sticker.
Yep.
So I actually got a sticker.
I've got the same one on the back of my camper right now.
Yep.
I
So-
want one.
Thank you very much. Will Fly,
I want one.
is that what you want? Are you in the chat? Did you say yes?
Yeah, he said thank you.
Okay, good deal.
Oh,
Do me a favor, email me again and let me know that you won episode 54 and you won the paralifeppg.com. And also make sure you email Mark at paralifeppg.com and let him know what color you want. All right.
So you mean all we gotta do is email you to get free stuff?
I'm telling you,
Tell him you want something.
it's amazing.
He
I
doesn't
like
even,
that.
doesn't even check his facts.
All right. So
Nice.
Will Fly last week won the Paraswag USA t-shirt. He said, please spin again next week and give it away. So
And
right
send
now
it
we're going to
to
spin.
me.
We're going to spin the wheel. And this is from Paraswag USA,
Okay.
courtesy of Will Fly.
Cool.
I tell you, I love this community. It's just, and JP, whenever you're ready to spin.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. Here we go.
Look at all the names on the wheel. How many we got?
Lots of
31?
It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
If y'all have not give us thumbs up. That really helps us a lot, and we truly appreciate y'all.
Yep.
Yeah, Mark
Thumb it
McElroy
up.
said he's watching.
Thumb it up.
Well, hey, Mark.
Love my chatters. Thank you.
Mike. Oh, Mike. No.
Oh.
I'm going. I got money on Larry K.
Man.
Walter.
Man. Walter?
Finally.
Oh.
You got to ship it to Australia, man.
Australia.
He's up. He's in the chat. He was there earlier.
Wow.
He
Walter.
said
Oh,
he just got out of bed. He was still waking up.
This is going to be one of the most expensive free tickets.
So
you should
Maybe Australia.
You
we
should
need
put
some more
together
people
a
in the
package
chat to
for 'em.
donate money so we can afford a shipment to
And
Australia.
anybody that may have an extra $1 that would like to throw in the super chat, any spare change, you know what I need?
I thought the deal was with Walter. It was pickup only. He has to come here and fly with his
I know, right? No contact delivery.
no
Just
contact.
throw it on the porch.
I'm going to have to get a cardboard sign that says, anything will help. I'm going to send a free T-shirt to Walter.
Oh my gosh. That's
Congratulations,
so
Walter. Are you
Walter.
in the chat, Walter?
Whoop, whoop.
And if you
Love
are,
Walter,
you're
the
going to finally
Aussie.
have to give me your address so I can send you a free expensive T-shirt. You know what? I might just have to get up with Paraswag USA and tell them, hey, Walter won. Can you ship one for me?
Oh, there you go. Hey, what are friends for, right?
I know, right?
Yeah.
See if David Wolf can spare an extra sticker, and since he's been missing out on everything, if we can get maybe all the shows to pitch in.
That would be really nice. We could all pitch in a box for Walter.
Send him one care package. There you go.
Yeah.
One care package.
And then tell him he can't win again on any of the shows.
That's right.
Well, just stuff the box full, I guess.
That's right.
Yeah, we could catalog his wins for the next year and ship it all to him at one time.
Exactly.
You know what we can do is that all of the shows can just put in stickers in a regular envelope and send it airmail. That's it. You just get stickers from us.
All right. Walter says, just make me a gift box. He's in the chat.
Wow. Hey, you know what? Let's see if we can get all the shows to get Walter a gift box and send him some stuff. All right. So Walter won the extra large T-shirt from Paraswag USA, courtesy of Will Fly from last week. Walter, you're going to have to send me an email, ppggrandpa@gmail.com.
Dragon Camper says he's going to send him a shirt as well.
Oh, cool.
Nice, Dragon Campers. Appreciate that.
So, real quick, Fly Baby Fly, which is your Yankees Garcia, just sent me the video of his friend with his engine out landing at the nude beach.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
I'm just going to go ahead and say Miami is a beautiful place.
Go ahead.
I'm guessing that video is not PPG rated, is it?
No, negative. It is not.
It has to be PPG rated or below. All right. So, Walter, congratulations. Next, we have a $25 gift card from great3d.com. That's where you can get your prop spacer. That's carbon fiber. And whatever you want. I mean, he has a bunch of stuff. Do you have something pulled up on him, or do you want me to pull up Great3D, GREAT 3D.com. Boop, there it is. He has lots of stuff. It pops up with, it says Forever Tubes on it first.
I think you need to open some more tabs, JP.
I don't have enough.
Yeah.
Running out of room.
Yeah, there it is. And then go to the carbon fiber on the side.
Oh.
Where it has carbon fiber.
You passed by. It was up to the left, but All right, so it's under categories, carbon fiber items. Go down 2 more, down 3 more. Boom.
Nice. Yeah, I got to get me one of these plates, the prop hub and spacer, or a Moster. If anybody wants to get me anything for Christmas, here we go.
Can I get one of those in lime green? The prop spacer.
How do you get it in green if it's carbon fiber? I don't think.
Yeah, you can have it any color you want as long as it's black.
Will Fly just donated another $4.99 to help send stuff to Walter. So
that'll get it from your house to the tip of Florida.
Nice. Thank you, Will Fly. You rock it, man.
Fly.
Yeah, thanks, Will. That's awesome.
Very nice. Very nice. We appreciate it.
How much do you think it would cost to shove Linda in a box and send her to Australia to Walter?
Oh, no.
I don't know, but you're gonna give that old man a heart attack.
So in a box.
How much is allowed to be donated to the super chat? I want to figure this out.
I don't know. I would
Tommy,
say
just
an idea.
I would say, how about everybody donate $100 and see if it goes through? I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. It's worth a shot, right, Sean?
Let's just find out. I mean, it's for you guys anyways. I mean, we're just getting prizes for you guys. I don't get nothing out of it. The only thing I get is to pay taxes off of it. Because it's
capped at 500.
You mean Uncle Sam's getting his cut out of this too?
Yes.
That's no fair.
Yes. So I do appreciate what you guys send me. We also have a Cash App, paramotortv.com. If you want to just send us cash, we that way we get it all instead of having to pay taxes on it. If you want to go ahead and spin, that's the $25 gift card from Great 3D, and we appreciate the gift certificates to give away. So if you guys could go to great3d.com, check out all the cool stuff that they have there. And then email me at ppggrandpa@gmail.com. Tell me what you want. Maybe I can get them to get a couple more gift cards. JP, whenever you're ready, go ahead and spin the wheel, my friend. Who do you think is going to win? Hey, is Aviator Show in the house?
He was there briefly at the beginning. I haven't heard anything in a little bit. I do appreciate you stopping by though, Eric.
Absolutely. He was one of the first. Anthony Vella and the Aviator Show were the first two places that I actually really learned a lot.
This doesn't land on Mike. It's gone past him.
PPG Shane.
PPG Shane?
No.
Oh,
it's Mike.
Oh!
Mike's
already.
How you say it? Ology?
Mike O. That's how Mike's O.
Mike O. Gotcha.
That's how I say it.
Where'd it go? How do you spell his last name? I was writing it down. There it is. Ology.
So Walter's
but it's a Mikeology.
So Walter is begging for free stuff, but then he turns around and begs for a PPG. So Walter, I think you're just gonna get a shirt or something, dude.
I started to order a brand new powered paraglider today for $200, brand new, right from the store.
Ooh, wow,
pretty good deal from Hobby King. It's remote control.
nice.
You know what? I would really like to get a remote control paramotor. I've seen those.
That's what this is.
I've seen those things. I think it's
toy.
One of those flying at a fly-in.
Yeah.
It's like
I wouldn't mind getting one either, but I just don't know who really sells them and which ones are good ones.
So if you go to hobbyking.com, they've got them. It's like $150, but you have to have your own remote control transmitter and receiver to go with it.
Okay.
But it's pretty awesome. It's got 2 little servo motors that actually work the brake toggles.
How big are they?
So it flies like a regular paramotor. Sorry, what's the question?
How big is the wing that comes with it?
It's a 2.4 meter wing.
Oh wow, that's pretty big.
Yeah, so it's like 6 feet wide. It's pretty cool. And when you learn how to use it, I've seen it. I haven't flown one, but once you learn how to use it, you can actually do, loops and barrel rolls.
You can do a set barrel roll and spirals.
Yeah.
So any chance you could put a chase cam behind it, asking for a friend?
Anything's possible, man.
They got,
Need to get one of those big old lipo batteries for it.
They got those really tiny, spy cams that are really super light. I'm sure that somebody could rig up a little chase cam. That'd be pretty cool. All right, I want one. All right. The next thing that we have, boy, Will, I tell you, I guess I'm just gonna have to send you a big package since you keep on winning everything.
Whoa.
What
You're
happened?
sending him a big package? I thought this was PG.
It's
PPG.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Come on, it's PPG. Come on, you know this. Next, we have this lasso right here. It connects to your cell phone.
So you don't lose your phone?
On the inside. So on the inside of your phone, you put this, and then the case goes over it. So that way, it's sandwiched between, and then you have a lasso.
Brooke Sheffield, if you're in the chat or watching the show, or you watch the show later, you need one of these, I think, because I think his phone just went through his prop.
No.
Oh, shoot.
Yep. So he's probably not watching the show because he doesn't have a phone right now.
Hey, Brooke.
Man.
All right, I'll tell you what. How about this? Brooke, if you're in the chat because you're on your computer at home and you love watching our stuff, say that you're here, and I'll send this to you right now.
Aw.
Oh, I had to put him on the spot like that. Like I said, his phone's broke. I don't think he has internet at home.
Oh, true.
Oh, bummer.
Well, he says he doesn't have good service at home, so we'll see.
Well, newsflash, I fly with one of these constantly. All right, whatever dog is chewing, go away. Oh my God, y'all hear that?
Hey, my doggies have their chewies all night.
Ready, Shane?
Yeah, go ahead and spin anytime you're ready.
Yeah.
Spinning.
This is for the phone lasso. Because of your donations, ClearProp TV has bought a couple of these, and we're giving them out. So we appreciate you. Everything that is given to us, we send out, and we use the stamps.com that you guys have helped us get, so we can send out stuff.
So Sean, what I'll do is I'll do a video on the lasso, and I'll send it to you, and then you can post it here on the video.
Wait, what?
Hey,
Uh-oh,
it's gonna
Nick.
win it again.
Nick, you're in it.
It's
You're
coming
in
close,
it,
Nick.
Nick.
It's coming close. I can see Nick
my
jumping in the background right now. Oh, yeah.
Hey! Oh, and the crowd
All right, Nick.
roars.
Jump in the chat, Nick. Say hi.
Nick,
Let
where
us
you
know
at?
that you are here.
Whoop,
This is so fun.
right, Nick.
know what?
Nice.
Not only do I really enjoy talking with you guys, it's really nice to be able to do some of these things. I mean, I know that the prizes
there.
that we get. Oh, congratulations!
He's in it. Yeah, he's in there.
Yay, Nick.
I really like being able to hang out with you guys. I mean, I got the panel to hang out with. I got about 30 different people that are in the chat. I'm gonna, if I haven't already met you, I'm gonna meet you at one of the fly-ins. So
That's right.
this is like a big family, and I really truly appreciate everyone.
And your wife thanks us for distracting you from her, so you don't bother her so much.
She actually doesn't mind having a night without me, all up in her grill. She's like, Grandpa. All right. So congratulations,
Awesome.
Nick. You got the phone lasso. Remember, anybody that wins anything, please email me, ppggrandpa@gmail.com, and let me know, what your address is so I can send you your stuff. Oh, who was it?
What?
Last week, we rented out paramotorguy.com to Jim CR1.
Okay.
Paramotorman.com was for Jim Current. Paramotor Girl was Pink Flamingo. And we
Okay.
also have paramotorwoman.com that nobody claimed.
Ooh.
I'll
So
claim
we
that shit.
Walter said he'll take it.
I'm
So
sure.
we also have paramotorwoman.com that, we would like to forward to whatever your .com is or your YouTube. I mean, unless you have a bunch of people on your YouTube channel and you're able to change it, your YouTube channel is youtube.com/ a bunch of numbers and letters. And
Yeah.
it's really difficult to find. And if you have a common name, it's really difficult to figure out which one you are. So that's the reason
Right.
we got these .coms, is because we really help you guys out as far as in this big world of YouTube and YouTubers with millions of people, millions of subscribers. It's really hard to get your name out there. So that's why we're doing this, to help you guys out. So Nick, you got the Paramotor lasso. Next, we got the
Kent's in the house. He
Yep.
just donated
Thanks, Kent.
$10.
Woo!
$10. Sweet.
Yay!
Kent, thank you so much. If
Get closer to Australia with that shirt.
Kent, look in the description, because I put in the description you here. Did I? Where are you? Kent Stamey, yeah. So I don't know your YouTube channel. If you have one, please email me your YouTube URL at ppggrandpa@gmail.com.
Nick just said he has a lasso already. So Nick, Nick, what do you want to do? Do you want to give up your lasso, or what do you want? Like that's what you want. So, and Kevin Can Fly is in the chat.
Yay!
Kent is he's a very large man, just so you guys know. Stands about 6'3" maybe, and is a very large countryman, just so you know.
So don't piss him off, I guess, right?
No. I was actually working with him at in Vail, North Carolina, and I was like, I'm gonna pull on you kind of hard. He's like, okay, no problem. Like, what are you really gonna do to me?
What? Shane, what is a very large countryman? I've never heard that phrase before, so I'm just like.
He's a very large man, and he's a country boy.
Okay.
All right.
He's
okay. I'm all about country boy.
And he's not a YouTuber yet, PPG Grandpa Kent, so he doesn't have a channel really.
Okay. Well, if you want me to help advertise anything that you have, I mean, do you sell anything? Do you have a Facebook that you want people to check out? Whatever you want, just let me know. I mean, like I said, I'm trying to help you guys out.
There you go. You don't know.
And I mean, you are donating and helping us out. We really appreciate that. Well, so Nick said he wants to get the lasso, or he already has one. He wants to give it back to us, or respin, or what?
I haven't seen. Kent just put in his stats. He's 6'3", 280.
That's what I was at the beginning of the year. Almost, I was almost that. I'm about
There's a difference though, Sean.
What's that?
280 at 6'3" for Kent is he's a blue collar worker like myself, but he works a lot harder than I do. He's a big boy. You would not want to arm wrestle him.
I don't want to arm wrestle anybody to break my darn arm. All right. So I tell you that.
I'm sorry.
Oh my
What?
God. Flying Flamingo.
What?
Jade just donated from Eric and Jade $49.99.
Who did that?
Holy moly.
That was Flying Flamingo Jade. That's from Eric and Jade Lear.
Awesome.
Eric, get the computer from her. Eric, get the computer from her. I know she went to put $4.99. Congrats.
It's just a decimal place. Doesn't make any difference.
Yeah, that's huge.
That will help.
That's awesome. Thank you, guys.
Have we had a donation that large before?
No. I think our largest was $19.99 from Tommy and your Dankies. I think they both gave us $19.99. I may be wrong.
Jade and Eric, congratulations on being the largest donor or super chat. You hold that title until we get 50 even or 51.
Oh, there you go. There
That is
you go.
awesome. Like I said, the money that y'all donate, we get different things like these lassos. We're going to give away a flag. My background, I have a flag with this background on it. So anybody that's ever flown with me seen my flag. It's pretty cool. And we will be able to make these and personalize these and send them out because of donations like this. Also, come this summer when I get my instructor's license or my tandem rating, my instructors, and I start my paramotor school, I'm helping get disabled vets in the air. That's my first thing that I'm going to be doing is helping disabled vets. So your donation
is
really,
awesome.
really helping everything come along this year. So we totally appreciate y'all.
Shout out to Todd Scandrick.
Yes,
absolutely.
We need to do some work together. It sounds like with Sean.
Everyone out there is just so amazing. You guys have given me the courage. You know what? We're going to give away a chase cam from ppgsmoke.com.
Ooh, that's
before we
exciting.
do, I want to give you a little background on me and the reason why I want to help so many people. December of 2017, I had heart surgery to fix a valve and put a sleeve over my ascending aorta root because I was ready to go. And by the grace of God, I was able to get in and get this surgery done. But I had a complication where a blood clot went up to my brain. I had a stroke. Couldn't talk. I had a feeding tube. And some of y'all know the story. Because you have a feeding tube and you can't eat, you can't swallow, you can't even drink water, which is awful. And you can't talk. I couldn't even write until tried to explain people what I wanted. So it was a really, really dark time. And of course I had my chest cracked open. I couldn't even cough. It was just awful. I wanted a cheeseburger really bad. So I searched online for cheeseburger and guess what came up? Go ahead. You know what it is.
Tucker's McDonald's video.
Tucker got flying to McDonald's to get a cheeseburger on this flying contraption. And I'm like, what is this? I couldn't even say it. And it lit up my eyes. I knew what I wanted to do. And that right there inspired me to work really super hard to get well. And I was able to speak again, but it took about a year. It was an awful year. Finally, got to the point where I was making some money, got some training from a guy over here in Arkansas, and here I am. So I am here because, I don't know, I'm here on borrowed time. I shouldn't be here. So everything I'm doing, I'm really trying to help other people the best I can, getting a YouTube channel, notary, some notary to your YouTube channel, your Facebook.
Notoriety.
That big word, notoriety. Get people together once a week on Mondays and eventually get my tandem and my instructors and help disabled vets because I'm a disabled vet also, U.S. Marine Corps. Hoorah.
Hoorah.
All right, let's go ahead and spin the wheel.
From real quick, Sean. If I'm in the same situation and I'm trying to speak about what I want, just give me a beer. Put it in my IV. We're good.
Yes.
Hey, Sean, I did not know that whole story. It sounds like a Tucker Got video changed your life.
It did. This whole paramotor thing changed my life. My whole life to me is paramotor. I mean, that's all I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to design paramotors, build paramotors, put paramotors together, get disabled vets out there, get people that, need training, get some gift certificates for training to where people can afford it. I want people up in the air because this has changed my life completely. And I understand.
There was even that story where you said you made love to a paramotor. I mean, this guy all
PPG rated. PPG
rated.
No, I can totally stand behind that cause, Sean. Yeah, man, that's incredible. So if there's anything I can do to help you other than sit here and tell jokes, you let me know.
Man, I tell you,
Look at the
Wow.
super chat. Look at the super
Fly, baby,
chat.
fly.
Oh,
you
Fly,
guys,
baby,
They're wa-
fly.
my
We
eyes
have
are
a
watering
tie.
now.
Holy
Fly,
That's
moly.
that's
Hot
that's your
watery eyes.
Yankees.
oh my goodness.
That's
Oh,
your
what?
Yankees Garcia, which is now known as Fly Baby Fly.
Yep. Yeah,
I
when I commented
I
on my
like
last
that.
video, I wasn't sure who it was. I said, "Wait, fly, baby, fly." I've heard that. That's your Yankees.
Yay, I love your Yankees.
Thank you, thank you,
Hi,
thank
honey,
you.
thank
That is
you.
so awesome.
Yeah, your
That is
Yankees.
so awesome.
He's
Everything
awesome.
you do is helping. You know, this is really great, guys. You're
I know you guys haven't. I know you guys haven't met. I don't know if you guys have met Yankees
Yeah.
Garcia.
I've seen him on Robert's show.
No, he is truly a fabulous person,
Yeah.
and oh my God, he's got so much energy. It makes me tired, but I love the guy. I met his daughter and out at the compound, and just an awesome father, awesome guy. If you get to meet him, first of all, drink an energy drink before, because it's gonna be tough to keep up with him. My wife met him, and she was just like, that guy's got more energy. I was like, I don't know. Like, if I had half the energy, I wouldn't look like I do right now, just so you know. But he's a genuinely a great guy, and I'm glad to call him my friend.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love my para family. I tell you
I
guys.
can't wait to get in there and fly with them. Some of you I haven't even met yet. Linda, Sean.
I know, but I feel like even though I
on the
don't see you
panel
guys in
anyway.
person, I still feel like you're my family. 100%.
I've met three of the guys or three of the folks on the panel. I've met Brian, I've met JP, and I've met Sean.
yeah,
Same here. I haven't met Kevin yet either. Got John Lennon.
And
John Lennon on the
Lennon.
show now.
Sean looks like John Lennon on there.
Well, you know, with all your all this, I'm tearing
I
up.
like those.
Anybody.
Yeah, I like
Hey,
those.
Kevin's in the chat. Hey, Kevin.
Kevin
can fly, Chet?
Kevin can
Yes.
fly.
All right.
He came in earlier and said he was sorry he was late, but he's got stuff he was doing. But
Yeah.
he's still here. He's still making fun of us behind the scenes instead of in front of our faces now.
He taking care of the fam, Got that baby on the way and pretty excited.
Are we ready for that last spin, or I gotta get going, guys?
We're just waiting on you whenever you want to
Okay,
spin.
let's do it.
JP needs his beauty sleep.
So this spin, guys,
Yeah, I do.
for the chase. This is for the chase
This
cam.
is the big one, man. I want on this list a chase cam. That's been on my bucket list for a while.
From ppgsmoke.com. If y'all haven't been there, please make sure you go over to ppgsmoke.com and check out everything that they have. One of the new, they are innovative, a very innovative company. They've come up with a lot of interesting things,
Cool, I gotta check it out.
including a strobe light system, a 3 strobe light. You put 2 in your wingtips, 1 on your helmet. They got version 2 coming out. They also have a noise canceling headset that they're working on. So they're coming up with a lot of really good things for the sport. So please go over and check out ppgsmoke.com and check them out.
I believe
How much does one of these chase cams cost if we were to order one?
It's like $70, isn't it?
Okay.
59, I think, plus shipping.
Shipping, yeah. They're nice. I use one, and
I bought one also, and I
it does a great
love
job. It does exactly what it's supposed to do.
Before you spin, are you spinning yet?
No.
All right. Let me go ahead and show people what this is real quick. This right here, guys, this is what we are. This is what we're getting right here. This is the chase cam.
Oh, wow.
It is really easy to put together.
GoPro not included.
Yeah.
It doesn't need Velcro. It snaps together.
GoPro.
GoPro.
Oh, the GoPro.
Yeah, it does not come with the camera itself.
it does not. But you can get what I have is a GoPro 5 Session, and it fits perfectly on it, which is what is shown right here.
Mhm.
So, real quick, Sean, I have a question in the chat from Dragon Campers.
Yes.
Can you put this chase cam on the back of your truck? And he's asking for a friend.
I'm sure he's asking for himself, but I don't know.
Kent's not on the wheel, by the way. Kent Stanley. JP. Sorry.
But this is the one that I use. I bought this like when I first started, and love it. It's amazing. All right, JP, go ahead and give us a spin. This is for ppgsmokes.com's chase cam. I hope everybody is on the wheel that wants to be on the wheel.
Kevin can fly in the chat says, "Did you put me on the wheel, JP?"
No, just because you didn't show up for the show doesn't mean you're not on the show.
Yeah.
And if you resign, there's 2 years that you still can't win on our show. So might as well just stick with the panel. And Tommy's still here.
I know. I'm like really surprised. Tommy's been hanging with us all night. We appreciate you, Tommy. Thanks for hanging with us. We missed you. You know that.
Yeah, Linda, you when I went live, you were the first person to jump on my lives most times.
I love all you guys. Let me tell you, I watch all your videos and your doggy.
Who's gonna win, John Wayne?
Tommy.
I believe it's gonna be
Matt.
John Wayne?
It's gonna be Matt.
It's gonna be close. It's gonna be Matt.
It's John.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Hey, that was close.
Yeah.
Really
John,
I was on the edge of my seat.
John Wayne, how much?
What did he win? He won the chase cam. That's awesome.
Yay, John Wayne.
He wins a lot of stuff, but he also has been donating a lot of money to the show. So
yes,
thank you, John Wayne. We appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you.
If he's here.
Yeah,
what?
speak up in the chat for sure, John.
Yep.
There he goes. He's got it.
Yay!
There he is.
Unless John Wayne wants to donate it and let us spin again.
No, don't do it, John. Don't do it. Chase cam.
Hey, Belle, read my last comment in the chat there. I think you'll get a kick out of it.
Oh boy.
I saw that, Shane.
I love how people
I mean, judging by what is in that video there, I'm not sure I would want to land there. That was very dongy.
Dongy?
Dongy.
JP, I haven't seen your little doggy in a while.
Yeah, she's not right here right now.
Okay.
Yeah, she's with a girlfriend. She done traded him
Oh,
in.
that's why. I got it. Okay.
Hey, we have one more thing to give away, but how about we do we want to give away that 2-stroke mixing bottle and sticker from Paraswag, or wait until next week?
Probably wait till next week.
If we give away anything, we're gonna need some more thumbs up. We only got 26, and there's 31 watching. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna be ahead and go ahead and do 27.
John Wade said spin again for the chase cam, it looks like.
There you
Oh,
go.
really? Okay.
Job well done, sir.
Wow, John.
That's cool. He's a good guy, man. He's on a lot of the shows and.
No, wait. No, wait. Now I don't think John said he didn't want it. He was just talking about us spinning again.
Oh.
He didn't say anything about him not wanting the.
Yeah, he did say, yeah. Okay, I think I
We
misunderstood.
were talking about whether or not we're going to spin the wheel again. He just said spin again. So
Okay.
All right, hold on.
My bad.
John Wayne.
John Wayne, please clarify. Spin it again for the next gift, or spin it again?
Because he was celebrating. He said, "Yay, you won."
Oh, okay. Okay.
And
well
I mean,
then.
He just says he doesn't want it.
okay.
he
He
doesn't
doesn't
want
want it. He put in the chat he does not want it.
it. Wow.
Not a problem.
Give it.
Sir?
Let's give it to someone else. Let's go.
John, that's like donating $59.99 to the chat. So
Yeah, that's a big deal. Thanks.
that is a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
We ready for another spin? You ready, guys?
Everybody else out there, you got another shot at it. Thank you,
All
John.
right.
Thank
Ready?
you, John.
So we
And
appreciate
I
it.
encourage other people out there, if we're trying to give you something that you absolutely do not want or need,
Yeah.
you know, just take a
Someone
pass.
out there that'll appreciate it.
Yeah, there's somebody that'll want it.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah. Also, too, ClearProp TV has a mailing address. So if you look down in the description below, you'll find our mailing address. Anything that you want to donate to us to give away, please send it to me.
Strike flyer.
fly, baby, fly.
Strike flyer.
That is right.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
trike
knows
flyer.
it.
What?
Oh,
What? What?
No.
What?
Oh
Trike
yeah,
Fire!
That's
it's
it.
a trike
Strike
flyer.
flyer.
It's definitely trike flyer.
Yeah.
There it is. Is he in the? Is he still in the?
He
Mr.
said
Ruff
he's in
was
a rest
in
area
the
in
chat.
Mississippi, I think.
He's still in the chat.
Well,
Woo! All right.
Walter said put it in his pack.
Great. Something else Walter has to dust off of his shelves.
Yeah.
that's so funny.
Oh Lord.
So David Ruff, you won a
Yay.
chest cam from PPG.
And then
There he
again, he
is.
said,
He said,
He said
spin
spin
again.
again, though. He's
Spin
probably already
again?
got a chase cam.
All right. Thank you, David Ruff.
Put my name on that wheel if we'll keep spinning.
yeah, no kidding.
Dave Ruff, it's like you
Dave
just
Ruff's the
donated
kind of guy that has
15.
5 paramotors, 16 chickens, and a few pigs. He doesn't need a mixing bottle or a chase cam.
Oh,
That
sounds
sounded
like
a lot like
sounds
Kevin.
like Kevin Can Fly jumped on finally.
Well, you know.
Wait,
Better
he
late
figured he
than
can't get
never.
on the
There he
wheel. He
is.
might as well get on the show.
Don Bittner. Don.
Tori.
Who's in the red? Who's in red?
Tori. Tori.
Don's gonna get it.
Tori fly?
Don Bittner.
Oh,
Let's go be
I
Tori
know
Pope.
she's
Dang
jumping
it.
up and down. I know Shane's jumping up and down going, darn it, darn it, darn it.
Corey Pope, got it. If you're in the chat,
Woo!
throw out a
Yeah.
message.
The bearded Montana Eagle
Yeah,
got
baby.
the win.
For
Right
flying.
on.
Tori made a comment a while ago. She or there's another person that has a second kill switch. So that seems to be a pretty common theme. A lot of people are having problems with kill switches.
Wow.
All right.
I told you in the chat, PVG Shane and Don Bittners both said, no, that was me.
So
That was
close.
so close, so close. Hey,
Thank you, chatters.
yeah, definitely.
All right. Come on, Tori. Where you at?
Tori, go ahead and do a
Tori,
at TO and see
Tori,
if Tori's here.
Tori.
I did it. He's in the chat.
A chase cam is on the line here, Tori.
Come
Come
on
on,
now.
Tori. Come on, you're in there somewhere.
So
I
Tori's-
believe Mark, our guest tonight, was in a similar situation recently, and he ended up getting that poster behind him or plaque.
Oh,
Oh yeah. What?
So you
What?
got to stick around in the chat for sure.
definitely.
What if Mark had a chase cam while his battery was on fire behind him?
Oh, that would have been so
Yeah.
cool.
oh.
You know what? And that was the day I didn't have it on.
Go figure.
Man.
Okay,
That would have.
I have not seen Tori in the chat since
Oh no.
he
He left us already? Oh,
He just responded to me as I was transitioning from chat to show. So he was there just moments ago.
Oh,
I can
I hate when I have to walk away and go potty and come back and go, man, I missed the
No,
chase cam.
Oh,
it still says he's in the chat, but I have not seen, and it's been a good minute since
All right.
maybe
So
give him
going
a-
once.
Give another
We need one of
minute.
those official little hourglass things that we could turn over and give people,
Yeah.
1 minute to respond or something.
Yeah.
The only one I have is
Exactly.
a 3 minute, so I don't want to wait for 3 minutes.
So apparently, PPG Shane and Never Trust a Skinny Shift Shane are the same way. He said he'll take it. So I already have one. I already have one, but no one flies with two of them, so I'm willing to give it a shot.
You could fly
and be
with
the
two.
first.
Do you like
What's
an
that?
offset one? You could fly with two.
Put one on each wingtip.
Who? What's his name? Did that?
Tucker did it to compare the old and new Skybeam chase cams.
Yeah. Did Tucker do that?
Yeah, he had the both of them coming off each of the centers or like one line over, and he was comparing how his old one versus the new one flew in flight. It's kind of an old video. I think that's like a year old now.
Kevin, you got
Yeah.
Say
Kevin,
spin
I
away
like
again,
your
Tori
hoodie,
has showed
Kevin.
up.
Oh,
there he is.
Supporting my crazy paramotor friends tonight with the paramotor crazy hoodie.
I do. I like that hoodie.
So,
it's in like a
One of
green
those
color.
you can get one of these at ourparamotornation.com if you didn't know.
I can? Okay.
So Tori is in the chat.
Yay!
I don't think he realizes he won. He must not be listening.
Probably not. Tori?
He just chimed in and says that he mounted something about his kill switch.
Tori, you won. Do you want the chase cam, or do you want us to spin again and let somebody else?
Tori's probably in his shop welding up another trike or something. That guy's always building something new.
Well, I just asked him in the chat, and we mentioned it on the show, so I'm waiting.
So I've got a little sneak peek to share with the world here on the interwebs before we get too far, if you guys don't mind.
Please tell us.
So part of the reason I was late tonight is I was helping make arrangements for one of my students. His family comes from, I want to say it's Southeast Asia, one of the Indonesian countries. And he immigrated to America in the early 80s. He worked for our local power company for over 20 years and retired. And him and his son wanted to get into paramotoring. When they came to me, I had to inform him, sadly, his son's not quite old enough yet. He's only 13. So he's not big enough to tote the paramotor, but he's big enough, old enough to start learning everything. So the dad decided to go through with training. And then, as the son got older, he would make his way to flight as well. Well, through life and the way things in the world go, they're going to be relocating back to near family in the Asia, because I guess one of the mothers is starting to fall ill, so they're going to be closer to home. His gear is going to be coming to me tomorrow morning, and it's going to be listed for sale. So if somebody is looking for a brand new, just broken in with only one single flight on it, Black Hawk Kestrel with a Corsair Black B125, I'll have that with the Velocity wing. Everything is the original manufacturer sold it, and the starting ask price is $6,800, and the buyer will pay shipping in the US, which is roughly $200. So for about $1,600 off of the original MSRP will be the entire Black Hawk package, but for almost $2,000 marked down.
Sounds like a good deal on a package.
So that's my news. That's what I was dealing with other than family. So that's what had me detained, as I was trying to make sure that I kept all my ducks in a row as far as making sure everyone stays happy.
You look like you're kind of cold. Are you cold?
Oh, it's a little chill. Yeah. The only room in my house that I have that doesn't have a tremendous amount of noise is if I go into my garage. And I think it's like 34 degrees outside, so my garage is probably 45.
Oh my gosh.
I think it's like 45 here in Arizona right now.
If I go inside, the living room has some kind of murder mystery that my wife likes, and the bedroom has Paw Patrol or something that my kids like. So there's no quiet space inside.
JP said that he's got to go. So JP, thank you for all your spinning stuff that you've done.
Thank you, JP. Thank you, dude.
And he just said that Tori doesn't want the chase cam.
No, I said if he doesn't, we'll spin next week because he's not.
Sorry.
Yeah.
He's in the chat and he's not answering our question.
Yeah.
So.
Also, the $25 gift card. We never got a response. So.
Yeah, we'll do it next week.
Well, I know Tori. I'll send him a personal message in a few minutes, and if he wants it, then I'll let you guys have it known. And if he wants to have it spin, we'll just spin it for next week.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you, JP.
No problem, guys. Always a pleasure. I'll catch you next week.
See you next week, bro.
Well, we'll see you this week. You know that. Paraglidingtalk.com.
Be there. Wouldn't miss it.
JP.
Hi, guys.
See you
And
later,
if
man.
if anybody's interested in that paramotor package, you can get in touch with me at bridgecityppg@gmail.com. Again, that's bridgecityppg@gmail.com.
And if you want to type that in the chat too, so people can see that. Looks like Tommy Mosley needs to jet out of here also. So thank you, Tommy Mosley at
Thank you, Tommy.
ppgtommy.com. We
Yep.
appreciate
Fun
you
hanging
hanging
with
out
you
with us.
tonight.
Sean, we got to get more days that are 70 degrees in, the middle of January on the weekends, right?
Yeah, today it was 75 degrees, blue skies. It was beautiful.
Oh my God, you
It's
guys were warmer
same
than
thing
I
here
was
today.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'll catch y'all next week.
Looks
All
like
right,
Blind
Tommy,
Hay
be
Bill's got a
safe.
hay bill.
No, I'm good.
Oh, are you? Okay. See you later,
I'm saying
Tommy.
about it, Tommy.
See you guys.
Bye.
I have the back door open, fan blowing, shorts, t-shirt. It's 71 here, and I almost want to put a jacket on. No, I don't.
It's
Weather-
31 degrees here
Here.
just outside of Chicago, and I just saw the snowplow truck go back and forth at least 6 times.
Oh my gosh, that's just too cold.
What
I
is
wish
a
we
snow?
had that. If it's gonna be this cold outside, I'd rather it be snow than rain, honestly.
What is a snowplow?
You don't know what a
That's
snowplow is?
It's
He's
the
thinking-
joke they used to say. Your mother was a snowblower.
Oh no. Okay, so right now it's like 43 degrees here in Arizona.
Oh.
Yeah, the desert gets pretty chilly at night. That's for sure.
We had a crazy storm this afternoon, and it blew through here like almost like it was like I think they call it microburst. I mean, it lasted like 10 minutes, and then it was done. And when I went outside and looked at my neighborhood, it was like havoc. There was like stuff everywhere. My neighbors, her nice little pretty wishing well Kevin that a neighbor had made for her was sitting on her front lawn, on her front yard or whatever, ended up busted up and 15 pieces in my driveway. I have it on Facebook, but yeah. So that went down. I was like, holy crap. And the news people were over down the street from me, a block away. They had a stop sign down. I mean, people's cactuses were uprooted. It was nuts. And this was the desert. So
Sounds pretty wild.
it did.
But-
I mean, we had a lot of rain all day, but I did not see that coming.
Glad your electricity held up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I was waiting, Mark, I was waiting for the power to go off. I mean, it hit really hard, but, yeah, it's crazy. And now it's like freezing cold.
Hey,
Hey,
do we remember what Mike's eulogy won earlier when he didn't respond in the chat? Because apparently
Yeah,
he
the-
was just going to the
the
bathroom. And
$25 gift card. So Mike, just email me, ppggrandpa@gmail.com, and give me your email address and your mailing address, and we'll get that to you, no problem. Let's see.
You can just send that to me, Sean. It's all right. He doesn't need it.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
There you go.
Flying Flamingo told me to zip it because apparently talking about warm weather she doesn't like. I don't understand what that means, but
Come to
I just been watching the
Arizona
chat that
in the
this
summer.
feud between PPG Shane and Never Trust That Skinny Chef Shane. I don't know. You got two Shanes going at it in the chat. That's pretty weird.
all I know is both Shanes are freaking hilarious. I've been dying all night long.
I also
It runs in the name, just so you know.
I
How do
also
you keep
open
up
up
with
the.
that?
I'll also open up this for everybody. We're now officially in the after show. I guess we have the podcast with the guest. Then we have an hour of spinning and giving away stuff, and then we have an hour of bringing people in and talking with the guests and the rest of the panel. So, Mark, if you're still able to hang around, I guess we can talk more paramotors.
Yeah, I could stick around, and I changed to a warmer location. If you could see my background.
Ah,
You guys in your warm weather, I'm
that
like,
looks
I
like
can't
when
stand
I
in
look
the
out my
cold.
front door. Yeah.
Talking about your warmer location there, I saw JR Paramotor in the chat now, and he made a comment about the nice wood carving in your backdrop a minute ago.
Yeah, it is. That is a really nice. And to win it, holy crap!
Yeah, when if you spun the wheel first, and I almost won, and it went past me to the next guy. I mean, I saw what it was, and I was just thrilled. I'm like, that would be such a nice thing to win. And then when I spun it again and I won, I was just happy.
That's so
That was a
cool.
really nice thing to win.
That's awesome. Yeah, I
I'm
would
glad
think
that you
very
won.
good too.
I know I talked with him the next day, and he said he's going to try to get it out to you before you got on the podcast, because he knew that you were going to be a guest. So he was happy that you were going to be a guest, and he, you know, he made it a priority to get out to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he did.
He's a great guy.
Another nice thing about it is he also sent me some pictures of it as it was being made.
That's
nice.
Really.
So that was kind of nice to get to see it, in process. So that was nice to see.
Flying Flamingo, what's up?
here.
I'm glad that you're joining us, and thank you so much.
Yay!
Thanks for having me on.
Boop, boop. There she is.
You look very warm inside your home.
I know, I'm covered up.
Look at this.
That's why I said zip it.
You know, I just watched a video of you launching your paramotor in a frosty clearing or lake or something, whatever it was. Whatever, I mean, frosty something, wide open frost space. But that was pretty amazing to see that little trike just snap right up and go on the snow like that. I was impressed.
Yeah, we're happy that we don't have a whole lot of snow right now yet. So I think if we get any more, we're probably going to be done. But I don't know if that was the last one on my Facebook page. Was it a black and orange wing?
Yeah,
That
the
would've been-
McPara, I think.
Yeah, Eric's got the Harley colors, and that was probably him. And then I go down with a four-wheeler, and I try to pack down a runway down on the lake.
I got you.
Yeah.
It was just, I mean, I wish we had snow. When I moved from California to Oregon, in my mind, I was like, oh, I'm moving up north, so that means there'll be snowy winters. And I was totally wrong. Portland gets like 1 or 2 days of snow, and it's just not really anything called snow.
Oh, yeah.
Occasionally, every now and then we get a good snow each year, but normally it's pretty light. And we don't get the opportunity to go take off and fly on snow like that. So watching someone else do it, it's always kind of an awe-inspiring
It's a heck of
thing.
an experience to be up there with everything white down below you, and the air is so smooth up in the winter.
Oh yeah, I can only imagine.
Yeah,
I mean, I've gone over to Central Oregon, and I've flown in Central Oregon where it's blankets with snow.
Yeah.
And I totally understand that feeling. It's just we don't get it where I live. I gotta go 4 hours to go find that if I want it.
Yeah, it's quite a different experience.
See, go ahead, Shane.
So we get to fly over the beach here in Florida, and it gets blanket with snow too, but it's usually just white Wisconsinians coming down and trying to get some sun from the winter they had. So I'm used to flying in the white stuff too.
Shane, what part of Florida are you in?
Central Florida, right on the East Coast.
East Coast, okay. My
So
son's
we get
not too far from you. He's in Daytona.
You ever seen the videos titled Florida Man? That's where Shane lives.
Yeah. So true. You never see an Oregon man video, do you?
Not many.
I'm about an hour and 40 minutes south of Daytona.
Okay.
When you see the Oregon Man videos, it's always some yahoo claiming he saw Bigfoot.
Everybody see Jade's background? That would be a really nice sticker on the side of my paracamper, just so you know, Jade.
Are you making stickers and stuff?
Well, I'm gonna attempt it. I have like I think one of our first nights that we were on your show, I had shown that I make masks. I sublimate. So we have the heat press. And so now I had made a shirt for Eric and I. And of course, I put the kites on backwards. And of course, the one person that noticed was our instructor, knowing that we were flying backwards. And I joined a girls group with Alexis that was on, and Leah, and a couple
Shannon
gals.
Shannon
Yep.
Michaels, probably.
Probably. I'm getting to know a couple of them, and there's a gal from Hudson, and she's going out to the Salton Sea, I guess, and she had said looking to get people involved or doing stickers or pins for any of the fly-ins, you know, for trading. So I'm looking, Eric and I are gonna maybe make some stickers.
Oh yeah, we can do vinyl with the plot.
Oh yeah, and vinyl. Eric's got a plotter to do vinyl because he does his business trucks.
Nice.
Yeah, gonna get some awesome decals.
Yep.
Decals.
Well, a big thank you to both you guys for your donation tonight.
Yes, thank you so
super
much.
chat.
Hopefully
welcome.
you jump on here in a moment and go, thank you for sending me the shirt.
Walter wants to know in the chat what the after show code is.
It's already in the chat.
Scroll
back up.
Yeah,
I'm
tell-
kind of wondering
scroll
what
up, Walter.
donation that you're talking about.
I will
And you got
put
Tori Pope is still throwing out guesses on Sean's weight, it looks like.
Tori, you need to move. Oh, you know what? He's not watching this live.
What?
Oh yeah.
That's what's going on.
Oh,
That would make a huge difference in him not responding earlier to knowing about the chase cam.
That's gotta
Oh, he's got the delay.
be. That's it.
yeah.
Like an hour delay.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
Okay, well that makes sense. Not watching it live, watching it Memorex. That will help. That's
Memorex. Oh my God. I feel like ancient now, Sean.
I know.
A lot of people are like, what's Memorex?
Which one are you, Linda? Millie or Vanilli?
I know.
I still
Probably
have
both.
their tape. I still have their tape. Back in the
Millie
day.
Vanilli?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
I gotta put that on Facebook now. I gotta hear their songs again.
I think it's,
Oh
I think
my
it's funny.
God.
They got in so much trouble for lip syncing to their own songs, which everybody does now.
Yeah.
And nobody complains
They
about
probably
it
did
now,
back
but
then,
back
too.
then it was a problem for some
It was a
reason.
big thing. We could send back our tape, our cassette tape, which is what I had back then,
Oh no! Oh
and
stop!
get a refund. So I don't
You guys
even-
got to stop because you're making me feel really old. Because I can remember way before this tape business.
That's all right.
Oh, 8-track? That's 8-tracks.
Actually, I grew up with my parents. We didn't have vinyl. The records actually were glass. So we actually had
Is
some
that the
glass.
78s?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those were a lot more brittle than the 33 and a thirds.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, we had 4 milk crates full of 45s, and I still have a box of those stupid center spinners.
Oh my gosh.
I had my
When
nephew come and ask me one day. He was holding one of my Hotel California records, and he's like, "Is this what they call vinyl?" And I was like, "Oh man!" Like it dawned on me, like you in your life have not seen 8-tracks, tapes, CDs. Like he's the generation. Like he doesn't even know an iPod. Like everything for him is touchscreen, and like he's only 8 years old. It's like wow. Talk about feeling like your gray hairs matter.
Does anyone remember the cereal boxes, like the for the kids, the Count Choculas and stuff?
That came with toys?
They used to have a record that you cut out.
Yeah, the very first one was the Archies. The very first time they did that was an Archies record. It was the song Sugar Sugar. And I remember when that came out.
Yeah, and when they were doing that, they actually had the square records too, but you put them on and they were round,
Yeah.
but they were
Yeah.
square when you had to cut them out. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
And they'd play like 3 or 4 times and they were done. But,
Yeah, they were wax records.
When I was 11, my cousin and I found 2 big boxes full of 78s.
Wow.
In the barn, and we went out back and we used them for skeet shooting. We'd throw them up and shoot them with a shotgun, and they were all collector stuff.
Yeah, they're probably worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. There's Walter from Down Under.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Yeah, good evening.
Sorry, it's evening.
Good morning.
Yes, no, it's afternoon.
Tomorrow
here.
afternoon, sir.
Hey, Walter.
Walter,
Tomorrow.
whisper.
Walter.
Whisper, Walter. Whisper.
Oh, sorry, Shane.
There you go.
Is that better?
Yes.
The Austrian.
Hey, Sean, just put a box together with all my stuff, right?
So much
And
stuff.
then we'll get everyone to send it to you. All my stuff. I'm going to order some PPG light and JK carvings. Get it sent all to you, and then you can send it to me.
Sure.
Walter's going to order a container of things from America. If he's going to have shipping, you might as well make it worth it.
As long as shipping is not more than $10, I don't care what we put in it.
You can't send an empty envelope to Australia for less than $10. What are you kidding?
Yeah, that's about it. That's right, Kevin.
I think
Hey,
it's just a
Walter,
postage stamp.
I sent Walter a wing bag. It cost more in shipping than the bag cost me.
Walter, do you know any U.S. military people in Australia?
That's right. You can send it FPO.
No,
Yeah, you can send it by APO.
Yeah, okay.
Have we got a ninja in the chat now? Or not in the chat, but on the show? Dragon
who?
Campers?
Yep. You see what he's wearing right now, Dragon Campers? He won the $25 gift card, and he let us spin again, so I got him some ski goggles.
Nice. He's got he does have a face for radio, just so you know.
So I'm curious, how much of a difference is it going from a Mojo to a Spider 3, Brian?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I've only flown my new Spider 3 one time, and I didn't do a whole lot with it. But I could tell you, I test flew a Spider 3 down at Aviator. I got about almost 6 hours of flight time in on one, and just more flare authority, easier to take off with, more carving. And I didn't even touch the tip steering. So, I mean, I've got the trims make a heck of a difference. The trims on my Mojo, you got 3 inches of trim, which really, I can't tell any difference in it when I got trims in or out. But the Spider is, got a lot more trim range. I got a lot of room to learn on it. Plus custom colors to match all my grandfather's planes were blue and yellow. So it was kind of a tribute to him as well. But no, I love the wing, man. You're going to get to see a lot more of it for sure.
What kind of wing was that?
It's a new Spider 3.
Spider 3?
By Ozone.
Okay.
Yeah.
They are so light and so lifty. You can do a reverse with like 3-mile-an-hour winds. It's insane.
Yeah, it's a 26 meter.
Like a no mile. See, I got mine right here. I love my Spider. I call it my training wheels wing, because if the conditions are even like somewhat switchy or questionable, you can still launch a Spider in like a 3-mile-an-hour downwind. It's amazing. It's such a nice, easy launching wing.
I tried to do a with the wind downwind launch. I ran so far, I almost busted, but I ended up taking off probably after 50. I mean, this is the longest I've ever run. I was trying to.
You get to that point where you're questioning your own mind. You're like, I don't know if my feet can go any faster. You're like, This is going to be a crash or a flight, and right about, and then it happens. You're like, oh, thank God.
I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to pull the brakes, see what happens, gun it, and put my feet up. And that's why I ride an Angel, because
and that there is what we call the Flintstone boogie.
Yep.
Hey guys, I heard it's easier if you take off into the wind versus downwind. I think it's easier.
I was doing a video on what with the wind. I took off with the wind. I mean, into the wind. Then I did a crosswind, and then I did with the wind. It's a video that's going to come out eventually.
Okay,
but, wow.
I hadn't seen that. So I said that sounds like pretty interesting.
Yeah,
Brian, I can't wait to try out your new wing. Just so you know.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Okay. You want to take it for a dunk when we do our SIV class? Is that what you want?
Oh, we could do that.
Nope. You don't use a Spider for SIV. No.
I used a Roadster.
The Roadster and the Spider are not the same wing. Trust me. If you go to Andrew, he'll tell you this. Andrew will tell you the same thing. No spiders for SIV.
Oh.
Not if you're gonna do.
That's not what Andrew told me.
If you're gonna be doing stalls, it's a bad stalling wing. It does not recover well. You don't want to stall that wing. Trust me.
Well, Eric Farewell.
It's not a good wing.
Eric Farewell was telling me I need to do it on my Mojo, and Andrew Fuller was telling me I need to do it on my Spider when I met him at the fly-in. So I'm taking both of them. I was planning on using both, but you're telling me Andrew says something different.
Everything. You can just do everything with stalls. Just don't do stalls on it. You can do asymmetrics. You can do frontals. You can do B stalls. You can do big ears. You can do basically every maneuver that you want to do. Just don't do stalls with it.
Okay.
What's the difference? So what's the difference between a Roadster and a Spider? I mean, Roadster 3 and Spider 3, other than the Spider being lighter, isn't it the same?
That's why. So it'll shoot faster. When it comes back from a full stall, it jets out in front, then frontals, and then tucks. The Roadster with the heavier fabric doesn't shoot as hard.
Okay.
That's got to be some light material that they're using.
It's extremely light. I mean, of all the wings that I've flown, the only other wing that I've flown that feels even remotely similar is the BGD Echo that my student got. And that wing, again, same thing. It's like a training wheels wing as far as launching. You can walk it into the air. You don't even have to run. You can just walk into the wind and it just comes right up.
Well,
yeah, I don't know the technical difference, but just lifting the kiting bags, I put my Mojo in one hand, lift it, and my Spider in the other hand, lift it. It's got to be 5 pounds difference.
Easy, yeah. Because you're talking an 8-pound wing versus a 13-pound wing.
Yeah, it's pretty significant. That's one of the first things I noticed when I picked up the first Spider to go fly it, carrying it out there to lay it out. I was like, man, this thing is light. It's got twice as many tails in it too.
If you ever get into hike and fly, you'll really appreciate the difference between a lightweight wing and a full weight wing.
How long does that wing last, having such a lighter
material? The same 300 hours expectation. So all wings have a basic 300-hour expectation. You can get a whole lot more out of them with proper care, but 300 hours is basically the life expectancy of a wing.
I've got an old wing.
I think it depends on how you fly it too. If you do a lot of acro and a lot of high G type stuff, like Brooke has a Mojo that's got 150 hours on it, and he just sent it off to have it tested, and it failed badly. Like all his riser lines were breaking at 50% strength.
Right. So it depends on how much sun exposure it has. It depends on if you're launching it off of gravel or asphalt. It depends on if you fly with a closed. It depends on if you pack it up or leave it wet. I mean, there's so many variables to the life of a wing, but properly cared for, 300 hours is the expectation.
I take care of my wings really good, but I'm surprised. I've got a really old wing that I fly, and I send it out to get it inspected annually, and I'm just amazed it comes back in such good shape.
You got a doobie there, Walter? What's going on?
Just tobacco, mate. Hey, can I ask you a question, Kev? I think you've just bought yourself a new frame, but if you had to go out and buy a new frame now, what would you buy?
Oh man, it's so hard to say at this point because there's so much good stuff. I mean, I think really the question is more appropriate to say, for what price point would I get what frame? Because there's probably 3 different price points, and in the 3 different price points, there's a good and / great frame in each one.
And you'd probably want to fly the frame too, because what might be good for one person might feel different to the other.
Absolutely, yeah. Then so that's the hard part that I've landed on, is it's easy to demo wings. It's not so easy to demo motors. So trying to figure out if you like a Maverick or a MacFly or a Scout, unless you have a friend that owns one that's willing to let you try it, then you really can't demo a motor. I mean, you can go to a fly-in. A lot of people will let you fly stuff at fly-ins, but you can't just call up, Superfly or Kylo or whoever and just say, hey, man, I'm in the market for testing a MacFly. Can you send me one? They'll laugh at you. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
not
I heard
the
that
way
flyings are the best places to go.
Sorry,
Oh, look, if I was there in America, yeah, that's the first thing I'd do. But that's why I'm saying, because in Australia, as you know, there's so much available. And apart from Mark's Airbender, which is strong, I suppose I've got to look for something that's a bit strong in case I bum crash it, whatever you want to call it.
So pretty much everything at this point is engineered well enough to take a pretty good knock and not be, too far apart from what you're after. The big key elements, in my opinion, especially because you're not young and spry anymore, is you want something that's lightweight. And titanium is going to be the lightest weight for strength material that you're going to find. And in that category, I think the new MacFly is probably the best bang for the buck. It's a little bit expensive, but it's a top-notch titanium setup. It's got the dynamic torque spars. I don't know if you've seen Mark Honeycutt's video of Mark's new frame, but that's the new one, and it's a magnificent paramotor.
That's what I'm sort of looking at. I want something with that counteracts torque steer, because I'm actually thinking of going for the new EOS when it comes out.
Right. So the other thing to consider is you can always get yourself a set of lamels. I put lamels on my paramotor, and they'll cancel anywhere between 60 and 80% of the torque at power.
Oh, that much.
Oh yeah, it was night and day difference when I put them on my paramotor. So and then the other consideration is the propeller you're using. So if you want to get the least amount of torque, you need the least rotating mass. The least rotating mass is going to be an E-prop.
Yeah, that's the problem, is I want to go 140 at least.
Well, you can get an E-prop in a 140.
Yeah.
But
E-props, are they the lighter ones?
A helix is going to be more than double the weight as far as just rotating mass, which is going to give you a lot more torque just because of dynamic torque effect.
Yeah, but hopefully the 4-stroke will have plenty of that. From what I've seen of the new EOS, whatever it's called, 240.
Yeah. Have you heard something I haven't? I've been waiting for that thing to come out, and I ain't heard a word about it coming out yet.
It's in its final testing phases right now.
Yeah, there's a couple of vids out there already, 2 or 3 about it, John, if you look it up.
Well, there's been a few around being tested. I was just waiting for a release date because I'm in the market for that very motor. I'm about to buy one, and I was thinking it wasn't coming out this year.
I walked away. I didn't hear what motor you guys were talking about.
The EOS Quattro.
Yeah, the new Quattro.
Is it the 4-stroke?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 240 or 236 cc.
It's
in the class of the Moster.
Yeah, it's 24 horsepower. It's good. It seems, I mean, by the numbers, it seems good. It's a little bit heavy. I mean, it's 9 pounds heavier than a Moster is.
Yeah.
You said it's 4-stroke?
Correct.
Yeah, it's a 4-stroke.
Stating 2 liters an hour, 2.5. I saw anyway.
And the numbers are right there with the Moster.
Yeah, the Gerard Grabiner is testing it currently, and when I was talking to him, he quoted me at about 2.2 liters an hour.
Yeah,
so it's half the fuel burn of a Moster.
He did an hour and 5-minute flight and used 2.5 liters.
Right.
And you don't have to worry about mixing your gas and oil before you fill it up every time.
No, you could just land at any gas station, just put gas in it, and then just go again. You don't even have to worry about the ethanol, because I do believe it's fuel injected as well.
No, it's not at the moment. Maybe later. They just had a carby on it.
Okay. The pictures I saw, wink, wink, had a fuel injection system.
It probably does because they were having a problem with that carburetor. I know.
No, he couldn't
Yes,
tell me
that's
too
what
much. He told me he was
they
under
were
a
at-
non-disclosure, but he did show me some pictures and gave me a little more information than the basic public has. And all the stuff he was showing me was fuel injection.
Yeah,
The
well,
carburetor
Kevin,
was
the
good. It was
first-
it was that rubber piece they were having a problem with.
Is the
Who doesn't have
accelerator.
problems with rubbers?
They're
They
having
were
issues with
having
the
some
accelerator
problems
pump.
with-
So I was part of the Yamaha development team when they came out with the original YZ 4-strokes, and that was the original issue we had with the carburation 4-strokes was you'd get a real hard suck of air and no fuel if you went crack on the throttle, and they had to have an accelerator pump. So as soon as they included the accelerator pump into the carburetor, all those stall problems went away, and then the motor ran like a banshee. Same thing they're doing with the fuel injection. So they're taking the carburetor off because they can't get that snap throttle to not choke the motor, and so they're just going straight to fuel injection to get rid of it, which is the best thing anyway because that's how they're getting such great fuel burns by having it run on an O2 sensor.
I'd say the problem is not enough fuel on the initial hit. That's the problem with 4-stroke. Well, any engine really, they do need a lot of fuel on response.
It's an instant shot to lean. Your math goes down to like 4 instead of 11, and the motor just chokes.
So
That's right.
I got a question. Is anybody put nitrous oxide on one of these things yet, man, to get like a big time turbo, like these race car hot riders, you know? I mean, you should be able to achieve almost vertical flight with some nitrous, right?
Well, I'll tell you what, I've flown some paramotors that had more thrust than they needed, and I was achieving almost vertical flight. I flew a 250 with a 140 prop foot, and it pushed me almost vertical. I mean, my pitch angle was like dangerous and scary. It was very uncomfortable.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Brian, any chance you're going to Oshkosh this year?
Probably, man.
Are they having it?
You know, I just started traveling, going to fly-ins a few months ago, so I plan to go to all of them now. Palm Bay, Oshkosh, Sun and Fun, all of them in the eastern half of the country for sure.
Well, I just so happen to have an inside scoop. I may be flying up there, and somebody's gonna be very nice to let me borrow a motor and a wing. And
Oshkosh?
Then
yeah.
get in there, Eric.
Mhm.
Eric,
Get in here. We
get in here.
Yeah, right
They said the
there,
magic
right there.
words. They said the
Right
magic
there's
words.
my.
Oshkosh.
That's my my secret informants right there. They're gonna.
Come on, Brian. You got to go to Oshkosh. We got a place for you to stay.
Sweet. That sounds great, man. What
You're
time of
gonna
the
have
year
to
is
bunk- You're gonna
Oshkosh
have to
again?
bunk up
Remind me.
with Shane.
I was up there last year. No, not last year. 2 summers ago. I just missed a fly-in by this is before I got into paramotors. I was summer of 19. I was traveling up there in Michigan, all up the U.S. Canadian border, and I was in Oshkosh. I missed that fly-in by like a week, and I remember hearing all about it. You know, I was into aviation at the time. I flew. You know, I've been flying fixed wing with my dad for years, so I knew all about Oshkosh, but I didn't go to it. I missed it. Same thing with the Sturgis Spike Rally. I showed up like 3 days after it ended. Sometimes my timing is not perfect, but yeah, I plan on going back now to Oshkosh for sure. I hear it's pretty much one of the best ones in the country
That's
year
a great
round.
show. You know one
Yeah.
thing, I've been going to the Oshkosh show for 25, 27 years now. And I always went up there Saturday morning and I came back Saturday night. And I always missed the night show. And then one time someone mentioned to me, "Yeah, you got to see the night show. They got the sparklers and everything coming off the planes." And I stayed for it. I'm telling you, I don't think I'd ever leave again until I see the night show, because the night show is just fantastic.
Did you happen to see Paradigm?
I'm
up
flying,
there?
yeah. Actually, I got to fly in the ultralight show when they let us, everyone take off. So I was able to be part of that group to kind of show all the spectators us flying around. So
That's awesome.
Kind of pretty cool thing.
Nice.
Last
Well,
time I
yeah,
went to
that's-
Oshkosh, I slept in a tent underneath the wing of a tri-pacer.
Nothing wrong with that.
We flew, my grandpa, my dad, and I, the three of us flew from Hemet, California, all the way to Oshkosh, and then stayed there for the week in a tent under the wing.
Oh.
That's actually really cool, Kevin. No doubt.
That is pretty awesome.
We did the same thing for Sun and Fun, but we did it in a Cherokee. And then on the way back, we ate an intake valve on the number 3 cylinder, and we wound up landing on a grass strip in the middle of the mountains somewhere. Emergency landing, of course. That was scary. That was not fun.
Where is Sun and Fun?
Sun and Fun is shoot.
What, man? You live in Florida. Come on.
Yeah, I missed having fun by about 6 hours. I couldn't stay in the area.
I'm serious.
Sun was canceled this year. I was down there for it in March. It was canceled. They had a small Sun and Fun, I guess, a month or two ago. I know Aviator performed there. Paradigm Show performed there. But I was supposed to go to Sun and Fun.
I'm being dead serious. Where is Sun and Fun? Because you just forget. I just got into flying.
So about the same distance of go the same distance past Lake Wales from where you're at. It's closer to the west side of the state.
Okay.
So if you go about an hour and a half west of Lake Wales, it's in that area. I can't tell you the exact.
Isn't it Ocala or something like that?
That sounds right. Hey, Will, we see you sitting there, man. I hadn't heard anything out of you. I just want to say, hey.
Hey, man, I had to join the after show because I heard the words Milli Vanilli.
Yes, you know it's. Yes, you know it's true.
No, it's blame it on the Shane.
Sing it, boy. Sing it. Bring it on.
Man, this almost just became pie at Sherry's with the AARP club.
Uh-oh. Start talking about 8-track tapes again.
No.
Probably all know Will, but those of y'all who don't need to check out Will Can Fly, his YouTube channel, and he makes some very, very good videos.
Yep.
One day I hope to be as good as that.
Absolutely.
I hope to be as good as a pilot as Brian is one day. I can't wait to be that good.
Yeah, I can show you how to do the hay bale slalom for sure.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, Brian?
Kudos on the colors, Brian. The wing is beautiful.
Yeah,
it looks pretty awesome.
Honoring your grandfather is pretty cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
I totally felt what you're going through, so I understand it completely. But
yeah,
with that
I can't
said,
watch the end of that video without shedding just a little tear, man.
I know.
When I see his picture there.
When I'm flying near hay bales, trust me, I'm always thinking of you. Always.
Always.
Always
saying, Brian, I wish you were here. Hay bale slalom.
Yeah, well, JP posted a video about a week ago of him doing a slalom between some T-posts or something, and I don't know if y'all saw that. That was pretty impressive. I
saw that.
As impressive as that is, JP, I'd like to see you do that with some hay bales, and he got a kick out of that. So he's got some talent.
This past weekend, I decided to get brave and tried to. I thought about landing on top of the 18-wheeler that was parked out in the middle of the field. I'm glad I decided.
Wait.
What?
I hate to interrupt, man, but I think Tori Pope has caught up with us in the chat to where we were talking before, because he's posting all kind of spin it. He don't need that LL. Oh yeah, I'll take it. I told you he was an hour. I think he's an hour behind.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so mean.
So I was flying in the morning, and we come up on this new area, and there's this 18-wheeler trailer sitting off to the side, and I was like, the wind was perfect. and I was just like, man, let me see if I can land on top of this thing. And at the last second, I decided, no, I'll just do a foot drag. Thank God I did, because the top of that was all wet. And it was just metal. So you know what would have happened? I'd have ended up just slipping.
Yeah.
And then I would have just fell off the side, and I would have been embarrassed. But it is on video, and that video will be coming out here very soon.
Yeah. Well, Shane, if you want to foot drag a semi-trailer, we can hook you up very soon. Remember the flatbed that was at the Swanee Fair Fest?
Yes,
Well,
JP.
that was Scott, the guy that drives that. He's a para-trucker on Instagram. I'm not sure about YouTube or anything, but anyway, he flies paramotors. He carries his paramotor and a parakeet around his semi-truck with him around, and he goes around and he stops at truck stops, and wherever he can at rest areas and truck stops, he'll get his paramotor out, assemble it, and go flying.
That's
and
cool.
That's Scott.
Yep, Scott Shamka is his name.
Right. I'm still listening.
Anyway,
I'm just off screen.
Yeah, he's going to be one of the 5 people taking the SIV class with me. So he's going to be down there with his semi. So if you want to come foot drag, come to the chalet, man.
Where can you do the SIVs, by the way, here in the U.S.?
Skylab SIV. Sean can tell you a lot more about it. He's actually been there a couple times. I'm just going to take it.
Yeah,
but yeah, they're in Florida, Central Florida.
Yeah, it's in the
come and
description.
observe?
It's in the description down below as our sponsors.
Okay. Can you come there to observe?
Usually where we do that is they got to take a boat to this particular place. So usually 9 times out of 10, there's really not a lot of boat room for extra people, because I wanted to bring somebody with me and I wasn't able to.
I mean, if you brought your own boat and you went to the lake, you could go out in the lake and watch it. Sure.
Oh yeah,
You could see it from offshore or something like that.
Yeah.
Or if you happen to be camping there that same weekend, someone can bring his paramotor and land wherever you're at and show up.
Yeah, you can actually take off and fly to where we go. When I went there the first time, Neo was a guy that flew from where we left with the boats. He flew the paramotor over to the ridge, landed, packed up his paramotor, and then did the SIV. So you can actually fly there if you wanted to.
I travel for work. The reason I was asking is if I happen to be in the area, I'd like to kind of witness what they do at those courses.
Linda, turn your mic down.
In the springtime, you can come out to either Utah, Oregon, Washington, or California, and there's several different paragliding instructors. Matt Senior, Matt Hinsey, Brad Ganuccio. I mean, there's a handful of them, but they all do SIVs in the spring the same way with a boat over water.
Cheney, I was on mute, Cheney.
No, it was Walter. I'm sorry. I heard a dog barking. I immediately went to you.
Whatever.
Hey guys,
Yeah,
I gotta scoot out. I gotta get back to the family, so I'm already going to be in trouble. So I gotta talk to you guys later on.
All
right,
Kevin, hanging out with us for a little bit.
Hey,
Bryce.
Sean.
Yes.
Just a second, Shane. Sean, Tori is in the chat and saying he wants it. And what I remember is us saying that if he reached out, we were still going to give it to him. Is that correct?
Sure. Why not? I mean, he did win. We didn't spin again. So
it's kind of odd that he's an hour behind the chat, because I didn't think it was technically possible for you to be watching.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it was possible to be chatting in real time and watching in the past. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, you can do that.
Just email me at ppggrandpa.com, ppggrandpa@gmail.com.
Okay.
And just let us know that in episode 54, you won. What'd you win?
Yeah, I threw it up in the chat. Tell them to email you. So
The
you should be good.
Yeah. From ppgsmoke.com.
Hey Brian, is that your new wing behind?
Yes, sir, Walter. That's my new wing. Custom color order.
Pretty. Pretty.
Ozone Spider 3.
Very
The
nice.
colors are special, but the advancement of the wing, when I got into paramotors, I wanted to fly the safest wing on the market and just keep myself inside the safety bubble until I got some experience. It didn't stop me from breaking a leg, kicking a hay bale, but I tried to be safe. So I jumped up to the Spider 3, so it's going to give me all kind of room to grow. I'm hoping this will be a 2-year wing. It'll last me a couple years before I feel like I need to upgrade to another one. So anyway, yeah, but the colors are special because my late grandfather, which was a pilot, I soloed in a plane 2 weeks after he died. And so I did not get the opportunity to fly with him. That was unfortunate, but all of his planes, he was a big fan of blue, just like me. And all of his planes were blue and yellow. So that's where the colors come from.
No, very nice.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Brian.
I appreciate that.
Brian, I'll be at Camp Mac this weekend, just so you know.
Okay. I'll bring it to you.
I'm just saying. Are you going to be down here or what? When are you coming?
I'm not sure exactly. There's 3 or 4 guys. There's 5 of us in the SIV, and there's probably 7 of us coming down. But we're going to be down at Lake Wales by the 1st of February.
Okay.
So that's right now, that's kind of the goal we're working with. But, those guys are coming down. They're doing a para convoy type thing, and they're going to try to stop and fly where they can on the way down.
Right.
And if weather and timing works out, they're going to stop by southern Alabama where I live and fly, and then we're going to head down. But ultimately, we plan on being down there by about the 1st. The SIV is the 5th through the 7th. And yeah. So,
all right.
No, be awesome.
We've already planned this trip. I've been to Camp Mac twice and never experienced any of it because the first time I went there, I did the SIV. The second time I went there, I showed up to do the SIV, but I didn't camp. So I literally have never even experienced this campground other than show up, park my camper, go fly, come back, sleep, and then leave the next day. And then show up for the morning, come back in the evening, and leave. So I'm looking forward to it.
I'll be honest with you, all of us in the group want to fly the beach. We're all pilots, and I really want to. And I was hoping that we could come to the compound and fly. I know that according to all these guys, they say they've seen posts on Facebook or whatever saying the compound is now closed.
Correct.
So if it
they
works out,
they closed it. Well, here's the thing. If you go to, actually, I'll send you the invite. There's a group on Facebook called The Compound, Palm Bay, Florida.
Okay.
They are on top. That it's a bunch of 4-wheelers and side-by-side guys that are in there, and they're usually the first ones to know what's going on with the compound. When they first shut the compound down, there was no one allowed out there. And then the very next day, they're like, oh, well, the police department was like, oh, well, we can't really shut down a public road or access to property, so it's back open. And then they started saying, hey, no overnight parking or camping.
Right.
So I'm assuming that within a day or 2 or 3, that all of that will be back to normal because they can't stop you from camping on private property, whether you know the person or not, unless the person, this is the way it's been for years. No one out there that owns property has it posted, no trespassing. It's not been surveyed. It's not been fenced off. So they don't know who owns what property. All the fly-ins for all the past years have been done the exact same way. If you go out there, park your camper, and start flying, it's the exact same thing. It's on property of someone that you don't know, unless they have it surveyed and marked no trespassing. There's legally nothing you can do. The police department can do about it. Backup plan, like I said, there is the campground that I told you about, they are PPG friendly. It's right on the beach, and those people have no problem with us flying. I've flown out of there several times.
Yeah. So the compound is a place in Palm Bay where they have the Palm Bay fly-in, and it's basically a huge undeveloped residential area. They went in there, leveled out an area, cleared all the trees, put in the subdivision highways, and didn't build a single house. So yeah, we were hoping to come fly that with you. If that doesn't work out, that's not a big deal. We'll just stay in Lake Wales, and hopefully you can come over and fly. Or
yeah, you guys can come over. You can come over for the day if you want. That's not a problem.
Yeah, we may just do that. I mean, it's an hour and a half drive from Lake Wales to get over there, so it's not that bad. We can go over there and fly. I definitely want to fly the beach. I've never flown a beach before, anywhere ever. So looking forward to that for sure.
Oh, there's the invite right there.
I don't think there's any hay bales out there on the beach, is there?
No, there is
no. Only the sand kind.
No, there are some hay bales out of the compound, just so you know.
Uh-oh.
Hey, bale.
All right, Brian, I'm sending you a Palm Bay. It's called the Compound of Palm Bay, Florida. It's 3,100 members, and that'll pretty much give you everything that's going on for the most part, if you will.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you keeping us in on the loop. Like I said, we're going to have a group of 5 to 7 people, and if we need to, just come over for the day and fly with you one day, we could do that for sure.
Right. Like I said, if it's not right by March 1st, if it's not back to normal completely, I know you'll be there sooner. But the flying that I'm throwing, or I'm going to be showing up and flying, if it's not a back to normal kind of situation, then that'll get canceled as well. But
we would love to. I mean, I'm in a camper, another guy's in a camper, 2 of the guys have vans like Tucker used to have, and Brooke doesn't know what he's going to do yet, but we would love to come over there and camp for like 3 nights after the SIV and just fly there. If that's not gonna be possible, then we'll figure something else out.
Well, I'll let you know when it gets closer.
Heck yeah, man.
Well, cool. There you go. I'm leaving you guys. I gotta go eat. I haven't eaten like
already.
Yeah. I know, Walter. Don't spit on the bananas.
Yeah, where's your willy bin?
I totally had an awesome time tonight on the show. All my team, I love you guys. You always keep it rocking.
We love you too, Linda.
Right.
Not the same way that Walter loves you, though.
Not Linda. Hey, thanks for joining us.
Oh no, I had a really good time tonight, and I appreciate our guests, everything.
Thanks.
Yeah, this was good. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Come back again, okay?
Yeah.
We enjoyed having you tonight.
Have a great evening.
Yeah, you guys too.
Good night.
You go eat and
Good night.
Yeah. I will fly. I'll see you on Facebook.
Good night.
I love you guys. All right, be safe, okay?
All right.
Later.
See you later.
Bye,
So
guys.
Brian, there has been talk and an invite if the Palm Bay fly-in doesn't happen. Bad Apples unofficially is throwing some things out there.
That's South Georgia, right?
Yeah. So just to give you the heads up, but like I said, by March 1st, if it's a no-go, then I'll be heading to Bad Apples, and there's roughly about 40 or 50 people going unofficially.
Yeah, I'll be there, man. I'm in South Alabama, so South Georgia's closer to me than Palm Bay anyway.
Right.
So, not a problem.
But yeah, it's either which way I'm going or doing a flying one way or the other. I don't care where it's at.
I envy you guys being able to travel and go to all these places to the fly-ins. I've been trying to go to one for about 2 years now, and I still haven't really gotten to one. The closest one I got to was at Sun and Fun, and then I had to leave the area. So the best I do is Oshkosh, which is a great show, but it's not a specific to the paramotors.
Where do you live, Mark?
Right outside Chicago, about 40 miles
right.
west of Chicago.
Okay. Are you retired? Or are you still working for a living?
Yeah, still working for a living.
Gotcha. That makes it a lot harder to travel for
Well,
sure.
it does, yeah.
We were wondering who was paying those taxes.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it won't be me too much longer.
Yeah, over here, John, it's the same thing. People say like, "Oh, I'm paying your tax. I'm paying for your, survival." And I said, "Yeah, work a bit harder so we can get a bit more."
So who here in this group is retired?
I am.
I'm
John
not.
Wayne.
Yeah.
I guess most of us are pretty young bucks, so I can't imagine too many being retired.
Well, I
What
retired
do you
from
do
the
for
Army in 1990.
I appreciate your service, man. No
But
doubt.
then that's when I had to start going to work.
Yeah.
What year were you in the military, John?
Yeah. How many years were you
From
in the Army?
70 to 90.
20 years. Got your retirement in then.
To 90.
What's that?
Nice. So 20 years, you get your full retirement in.
Well, yeah, it's 50%. My wife was in the Army for 37 years.
Wow.
She just retired
Yeah,
a few years ago. And went to work as a civilian right back at the same desk she left.
Yeah, my dad did the same thing. 20 years active duty and then 15 years civil service. He basically retired so at 20 years so they couldn't move him anymore when he built the house here. And then I just went back, kept working the same job for 15 more years.
What was amazing is she went back doing exactly the same job at the same desk as a civilian, making twice as much money as she was making when she retired, and then she still gets the retirement. So she went from making $80,000 a year to making $240,000 a year, and nothing changed.
Wow.
The exact same person doing the exact same job.
Well, no wonder you got houses in every state.
Well, that's my wife's money, bud.
I'm just kidding. Hey, you married good, man. I need to find one like that.
Long as she gives the petrol money. Long as she gives the petrol money, John.
She don't leave much. All right. She don't have any trouble spending it.
Yeah, I've got a question for y'all. Has everybody done a foot drag?
Yeah, some of them on purpose and some of them not.
The reason I'm saying that is because I did my very first foot drag yesterday. My very first.
Cool.
Yeah, man. And then I had to land immediately and just, spew it out to somebody and tell someone, hey, and my buddy said, well, did you do it on purpose?
Yeah.
Like, oh, no. So I had to go back up and do it again, just to prove it. Anyway,
how far did you go?
Maybe an inch.
That's about what I did on my first one.
Hey,
yeah, same here.
It was like, wow.
That's like the wing overs that aren't really wing overs,
Yeah.
Look at me
do
do a wing over.
Next thing you know, man, you'll be doing you'll be an endless foot drag doing figure eights with your foot on the ground.
Yeah, well, that's my other buddy Alan. So they're addictive. Be careful. But that was
just don't do a paramotor crazy and end up fishing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, be super careful foot dragging on water, man. That makes me nervous. Oh,
I don't think I'll ever do that.
Yeah.
The risk slash benefits for that, there's no risk and reward. I mean, what's the reward for it other than you're spraying yourself full of water?
Yeah,
And
and getting a wet foot,
Yeah.
right? Or a cold wet foot.
when
Well,
you
maybe you catch a fish.
when I know, right? When you foot drag, are you doing it like on a sod farm or rocks or grass or sand?
A sod farm. That's exactly where I was. A sod farm. Yep.
I was on a sod farm in my first year. I've got about 100 hours of just foot dragging out there. That's all I did.
Wow. Wow. Well, that's exciting. I mean, you know, I'm coming up on my year anniversary for flying PPG, and I just always wanted to do a foot drag and just never had the courage to do it. But hey, I guess things happen on accident. That wasn't on accident. I was intentionally trying to, get as low to the ground as I could and keep that constant, distance from the ground and the control of the throttle, the whole works, So yeah, it was just awesome. Just a great feeling.
So when's your 1 year anniversary? I hear you say it's coming up.
Yeah, January. This is it, right? Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Congrats.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my 1 year anniversary too this month.
Right on. Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
Yeah.
I unintentionally did a corn drag where I came down to kick all the tassels, on the tops of the corn.
Yeah.
And I didn't know my belt loosened up on me. And I came down a little bit. And when I gave it the gas to, get some power to go up, the belt slipped a little bit, just enough where I couldn't, I dropped into the corn. So then I managed to not crash. I came out of the corn, but I had, all the corn stuff all over my body and my wings, like picking it off as I was flying. That was hilarious.
I'll tell you what, one idea, I guess I shouldn't tell this because I ain't never told it before, but I'm going to go ahead and tell it anyway. I was out on the field there. I'd stopped by Kylo's and he had some students out in the field and I was setting up and he said, well, John, why don't you go check and make sure it's okay, which was silly because I wasn't no better than those students much. So anyway, I go to take off. I got arthritis really bad. I lost a brake toggle just as I was taking off on my throttle hand. So I'm reaching for the brake, okay, trying to not, throttle up or down, just trying to keep it steady. My feet are just barely off the ground and I'm looking at these bales of hay, okay? So I'm tiptoeing across this field and I got up. I didn't crash. I got up. I came straight back around and landed. And Kyle's telling the students, now that's the perfect way to taxi, just what John did.
So you were flying.
It's hilarious.
Lost a brake handle. I mean,
yeah.
Did it go back up to where it's supposed to go, or did it go anywhere near the prop?
It was flopping behind me. and I'm trying to grab it, with my throttle hand. And not run into the hay bales. And my feet are about 6 inches off the ground. My feet are still going and I'm expecting to hit the ground any second, and then finally I let the other one up and just hit full throttle and went up, made the loop and landed. And when I'm landing, Kyle's explaining to the students how I did such a wonderful taxi job. And all I was doing is trying to keep from crashing. But I bet it did look like a good taxi.
Yeah.
And all you thought of was Brian Haybow.
The only thing I was thinking of was $350 for the prop. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'd already crashed enough by then. I wasn't worried about getting hurt. That prop's all I cared about.
Yeah, getting hurt sucks though, man. I replaced a prop within a week, but I'm 7 months out on the leg and I'm still working on that one. But
I've had some pretty good thuds, okay? But I'll tell you just what happened 2 days ago. I was doing a reverse launch right out here, just right outside the door here. Pulled up the wing, pulled it up, took one step back, tripped, fell down, and broke a rib. And it's the worst injury I've had, okay? And all I did was trip.
Oh man.
Yeah, but I've had some pretty good crashes.
How long ago was a broke rib?
2 days ago.
What?
Wow,
What?
you're doing good.
Yeah, yeah. It hasn't
Nice
affected
stuff.
my flying. I flew 2.5 hours after that. Three different flights.
Have you
The rib didn't
sneezed
bother
yet?
me to fly. Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, I know. I've had 2 broke ribs, and
Yeah.
sneezing sucks
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Yeah, I broke them before.
Yeah, it's pretty much nothing they can do for that. That's a tough one.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing.
Wait it
I
out.
don't even go to the doctor for it anymore. There's nothing they can do. I used to race motorcycles and snowmobiles. I've had broke ribs. Done that when I was young.
Well, I'm glad that you're, okay. I mean, I didn't even know that you broke a rib.
Yeah,
I've never
nothing
broken.
new for me.
I've never broken anything, and I'm very, very
Dude,
happy.
you better go
It's
knock
not
on
what
some
it's
wood
cracked up
somewhere,
to
man.
be.
It's not what it's cracked up to. Hey, I tell you, he's something else.
I'm
Hey,
an idiot.
I meant to ask you, how was your weather out there in Arkansas today?
75 degrees and blue skies. I posted on my Facebook. It's
How was the wind?
flyable. If I didn't have this podcast, I'd be flying. Or
Well, I'm here in West Tennessee, and I'm not exaggerating. We've had 40 and 45 mile an hour winds all afternoon here.
Yeah, same here in South Alabama, man.
It was unbelievable.
It was like 7 gusting, 6 gusting 7 or 6 gusting 7. It was right around there. It's just
perfect.
I'm like,
According to Wendy, I had one flight window to fly my Spider. I took advantage of it. I got my wing, kited it, and flew it the same day. And according to Wendy, I wasn't going to get another flight window for like 5 days. I'm talking about 30, 40 mile an hour gust during the middle of the day for a couple of days.
oh, that's awful.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's the deal with that Ryan Carlton? You guys know anything about that?
The hot air balloon?
Yeah. It seems
Yeah,
to work
the
fine.
website.
Yeah, it seems to work fine.
Yeah, I use that all the time.
It was off for 3 days, then it was on for 1 day, and now it's been off all day today.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, I've
I didn't
noticed
know
that
that.
too.
I don't know
Yeah.
anything about that, but I know people that swear by it. They'll say that's all they check. They won't even look at Wendy. You know.
No, I agree with them. Wendy's great, but it's got nothing on Ryan Carlton.
What I've discovered about Wendy is that the different models, some models are like spot on for different locations. So I
Yeah.
mean, what is it? Medio blue. That works perfect for my location. So I'll check Wendy, the day before or so. But then when I get, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours beforehand, that's where Ryan Carlton it's spot on.
I just checked RyanCarlton.com and they're up. I just pulled something up right now.
Are they up now?
On here too, yeah.
I had a problem getting on them earlier as well.
Maybe you have to clear your cache on your.
Well, no, I read an article. They posted something somewhere that said that the National Weather Service had a computer breakdown, and so that's why they weren't up. I knew that. I just didn't know why they had gone down again, because I know that the national thing is up today. But if they're up, great.
Yeah.
Wendy's okay, but I don't get those exact numbers that I'm looking for with Wendy all the time.
Wendy is a good, outlook to kind of look to see kind of what, might be going on over the next, 4 or 5 days. And then I look at Ventu Sky for my actual, wind. It's easier to see, on Ryan Carlton, it's, you can do it, but it's like, which way is that? When you look at Ventu Sky, it actually shows you which way the wind's going at what altitude. It's kind of like a visual version of Ryan Carlton.
What's it called, Sean? Ventu?
Ventu Sky, Ventusky. It's an app on the Apple Store. I don't know if they have it on for Android, but that's what I use, and they're pretty accurate. I like it because it's visual.
John, is that it?
Hold on, let me look. I'm not on
Ventu Sky.
That's it.
Right.
I have to look at it. Well, you know, Ryan Carlton has the chart that just gives you the numbers and the wind direction in degrees. I mean, it's just you just look at it and it's just there, and it gives you the
at
altitudes
various altitudes as well,
at
right?
various
John?
altitudes, all the way
Yeah.
up to 18,000. Yeah.
And that's a real important part, I think. I don't know how many times I've checked the weather at the ground level and it looks okay, but you look at it at altitude, 300 feet, 2,000 feet, the windy increments.
And they'll even mark where you have rough air. It's marked right on there for you, and it's accurate.
Is that what that means? The yellow is rough air?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's convergence.
As a backup, I generally release a helium balloon any day it's questionable before I fly, and I just watch it go up. And if it goes up to 100 feet like this, and then all of a sudden it starts going like that, like, oh, maybe not today.
After your SIV, you'll go up because you'll be like, that's nothing.
Yeah, I can fly this thing with half a wing. What are you talking about?
Brian, you'll see. You'll change the way you fly. I'm telling you right now. After the SIV course, you'll be like,
yeah, that's why I'm interested in going to check it out.
Yeah, I'm going to one too, but this fall for sure.
I video everything I do. I've already had some of my classmates ask me to make a video of our trip, so I'm sure I'll be putting out a good SIV video. Hopefully nothing too crazy where we go in to drink when we ain't expecting to. But
it's gonna be cold. That water's cold. I know.
It's all right. I'll be swimming fast enough trying to get away from gators. It'll keep me warm up.
You won't have to worry about that. They won't come nowhere near a boat, especially a boat that's on.
My mom was worried about me. I said, Mom, I don't think I can take Major because of all the alligators. She said, and you're going swimming in that water?
You can swim faster.
Hopefully not.
They don't like people.
Yeah, they don't like people. People are too big.
Yep.
Well, most of them. Wow. It is 10:16. I didn't even realize it's so late.
Nice, takes 5 hours.
I don't mind if we continue to talk, but let me go ahead and kill the live stream and stuff. So let me go ahead and sign off. Thank you everyone for joining us today. If you ever want to come here and just chat with us, you can always go to clearproptv.com. If you don't want to look at us or join us, no big deal. You can always go to paratalk.org and just listen to us. We appreciate all your donations. Flying Flamingo, we appreciate you. I see you're flashing right now. Oh, and by the way, I fixed your thing, so it does say Flying Flamingo Jade now on the description down below. If you get the chance, y'all, down in the description, we have a bunch of .coms. Paramotorguest.com is our guest for this week. His YouTube channel will be on paramotorguest.com for the entire week. So anytime during the week that you're listening to this, just go to paramotorguest.com and you'll be able to see our guest YouTube. And make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification. One of the reasons why we're doing this is we really want to help, get people out there, especially if you're going to be a guest on the show. You're really putting yourself out there. Our audio podcast is paratalk.org. And we also have a couple of other .coms that we are renting out to people that spun the wheel and actually won. Jim CR120, his YouTube channel is now forwarded through paramotorguide.com. So check out paramotorguide.com so you can check out Jim CR120. Pink Flamingo Jade, she also got our paramotorgirl.com. So type in at the top www.paramotorgirl.com and check out Pink Flamingo Jade's YouTube channel. Tim Current also won our paramotorman.com, so check that out. And of course, we got a Paramotor Spotlight where we spin the wheel and you win your URL of your choice. It could be your Facebook or YouTube, whatever you want. So paramotorspotlight.com is our weekly winner. We appreciate everyone that donated to our chat in our super chat today, and that was Adam Giles, Larry K, WPPG, GA, John Wayne, Will Fly, Kent Stamey. Flying Flamingo donated $49.99. We appreciate that. Fly Baby Fly, another $49.99. We appreciate that. John Wayne passed up the Chase Cam, which is basically $59.99. So thank you, John Wayne, for doing that. And Dave Ruff also passed it up, and that was like another $59.99 that was donated. So we appreciate you guys for doing everything that you do, hanging out with us for such a long time, and listening to us for hours upon hours. But that's our motto, warning, may talk about paramotors. So thank you for everyone on my panel. Thank you everyone that came on the chat, everyone that came on here. We appreciate everyone. We'll be back next week, which of course is going to be February already. February 1st, we're going to have Andrea Yankee. She's going to be on, and that's probably going to be episode 55. The week after that will be Brian Waller, because he's going to an SIV class, and also Scary Barry will finally return and talk about his SIV class too. If you want to be on our show, please get up with our liaison, which is Linda Anderson at paramomusa.com. And you can always email me at ppggrandpa@gmail.com. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much. Anybody on here want to say anything before we go?
I just wanted to say thanks for asking me on. Definitely my pleasure to be here. So thanks for everyone.
Mark, we appreciate you being on here, definitely, and staying on for such a long time. Brian's still here. Thank you, Brian. Shane is here. Walter, thank you, Walter. Will Fly, John Wayne, Dragon Camper. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you next week. And again, thank you, Mark, for joining us and being patient with us and hanging out with us for such a long time.
Peace out. Everybody fly safe. See you
Peace
next
out.
week.
Yeah, good night.
See you guys.
Peace.
No.
All right, so the YouTube live stream is now gone. However, we still have the audio. This is the Pear Talk. This is the iTunes. This is the stuff that people get to hear behind the scenes. So if you are still listening to us and you haven't left us yet, please email me at ppggrandpa@gmail.com. Let me know that you went to the end of the podcast on episode 54. And send me an email, and we might send you a little something for hanging out for such a long time. Don't forget, if you want to win some cash, leave us a 5-star comment, and we are going to be doing a drawing for, just 5-star comments on our iTunes or whatever your paramotor favorite paramotor podcast app is. Y'all have a great evening, and peace out. Well, guys, another very long podcast, but I hope that you enjoyed it. I know that we got some people out there that are enjoying listening to this because they have long drives and things like that. So shout out to all of y'all. Email me at ppggrandpa@gmail.com. Let me know if you listen to this whole thing. Let me know if there's anything that you'd like for us to do differently. I wish that there's a way to give out prizes to y'all that just listen to us and are not able to watch us live. If you know of a way of doing that, please email me at ppggrandpa@gmail.com and give me some ideas of what we can do to help you guys out that are not able to watch us live. Anyways, thank you again. Have a wonderful day. Fly safe. And if you're ready to start to fly, if you want to get training, like I said, I will be getting my instructor's rating, my tandem, and opening up a paramotor flight school here sometime this year in 2021. So get up with me at ppggrandpa@gmail.com. Let me know if you're interested in doing that, and we can get you in a slot as soon as possible. All right, we'll see you next week when it's, I think it's February 1st, when we'll have episode 55, and we'll be talking about some really fun things. We'll have a lady paramotor pilot that we get to talk to. Till then, stay safe. I'll catch you next time.